All right, we're live, man. This is our fan. What are we calling it? Fan. Thanks.
It's at the top, bro.
Viewer
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 controlled
controlled mock
mock
draft.
draft.
My whole thing as usual. All right, man. 2024 NFL Draft Viewer Control Mock Draft. We are going to put some polls up in the chat, and then you are going to select, and then we're just gonna go with the majority, man. What's it about time?
About time. What up,
I hear
DK?
you. Real quick before we start, we got Bills R Electric. First comment of the day, I guess of the night. Senior Bowl week this year is going to be very interesting as scouts try to sort out the order of all the wide receivers and where they should get drafted. It's going to be wild, man, because it's not necessarily seniors out there the way they've changed it. So, yeah, it's gonna be very very interesting, man. You just hope it's a level playing field in terms of it's not a stack side of receivers. I think they do a really good job of doing that. Just hopefully they don't stack it on one side too much. But that'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I
But
agree, man. Because
yeah,
there's always some guys at the Senior Bowl that they're not really high up on the board, and they just show out. Last season it was Tank Dell.
mhm.
His route running prowess in those one-on-one drills, he showed out, and to
Having
me,
a good
he's
old
like
time.
one of the top receivers, rookie receivers in the draft. Counting all those first-round guys that went, he's producing. Puka Nakua, he was there for one day. He
Yep.
kind of showed out in that one day. Also, he's producing at the next level. So we know who the top guys are. Marvin Harrison Jr., Rome,
Mhm.
Neighbors, Keon Coleman, but it's these other guys that they're not very heralded right now. But once Senior Bowl come and they start running those one-on-one routes, anything can happen. Jaden Reed was another guy like that last year at the Senior Bowl as well. So,
Michael Wilson. Don't forget about
Michael
Michael
Wilson.
Wilson
Oh
as
yeah,
well. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what the corners look like too, because that'll be the other part of it. If it's a weak cornerback class and going against some of those receivers, that may tilt the scale a little bit. Might give you, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But last year's class, I thought it was an even matchup. I think between the corners and the receivers. But and we can get into the defensive line later in the offensive line, because I think that'll be interesting as well. That'll be a good one. I think that's one of the sexy ones right there. O line versus D line. But yeah. All right. Oh yeah, Will McDonald, JMS. Yeah, he calling him. He got him.
Yeah,
D kid
DK
know.
called him. Yeah, Will
Yeah,
Oh yeah, man.
McDonald.
It was over 50% of the players drafted this past season
that's
were
crazy,
Senior Bowl
bro.
participants, bro.
That's
Like
crazy, bro.
it's like around 53%. So
You
it's
remember the question Jim Nagy got asked in the press
I do.
conference? They
I
tried
do.
him, bro. They
They did
tried
try him.
him.
They did try him. They did try him. I mean, I think the Shrine Game will benefit from moving from
Yeah,
St. Pete to Las Vegas, right? The new
definitely.
stadium over there and the draw, and then of course they've adjusted the time frame because it used to be a week before the Senior Bowl, right? So they're trying to poach, and they're going to be certain players, certain high caliber players. I know Zay Flowers went to the Shrine Game last year.
A.T. Perry.
It's good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, right? Competition breeds a better product at the end of
Yeah.
the day. But yeah, I think Mobile is still the destination. It really is still the destination. You know what I'm saying? So the Shrine Game has some ground to make up. I think moving to Vegas is a good step in the right direction, but I don't see it overtaking Senior Bowl in Mobile, despite the fact that Vegas obviously is more of a draw in terms of the city.
Well, it's got the prestige, man. You know what I'm saying? It's got
Yeah,
the tradition.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit hard to knock them off, and I don't think it'll ever happen.
yeah,
Because Jim Nagy got them roots, man. So
yeah. That's still the king right there. But what Bills are electric. I agree with him though too, because it'll benefit because some of those seniors that might not have went to the Senior Bowl, they're gonna get bumped to the Shrine Game as
Shrine
well. So
game,
there's gonna be some
yeah.
gems in there also. So Shrine Game can't really sleep on that. Also, like you said, Jay Zones was there last year, going to Vegas, that
Hmm.
whole situation. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But I agree that Senior Bowl is still king in these All-Star games.
King out here. Hold on me. There we go. All right, we ready? Start
Let's
with
do it.
the
I got the
Bears.
first poll. I got the first poll here, man.
Oh, what's the
Got the
first poll
Bears at the
saying?
top.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna call out the options. Let me see if I have any naysayers with respect to these options. We got Caleb Williams, Drake May, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Olu Fashionable.
Okay.
To be considered first overall. So
let's make sure we do the right thing.
There are no objections. I'm going to post this one, and we'll let the viewers decide ultimately who the Bears should take first overall. All right. So for those of you watching, joining, lurking, get in that chat, make the selection.
Jump in this
and if
chat
you're not
too,
on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, jump over to YouTube if you want to participate in on this viewer control mock draft. All right. So we'll give that a minute. So I mentioned 4 players there. I talked about the 2 quarterbacks. Obviously, some people have May 1, others have, Caleb Williams, the top quarterback in this class. MHJ largely considered the top prospect in this class at receiver, and then Olu Fashanu. I know there's a high for Joe Alt for good reason, but I went with Fashanu. He's been our OT1 for the balance of the season. What do you guys think? We've had this conversation many a times, but it seemingly it could change at any moment, at any given moment, right? What do you guys think the Bears should be doing first overall?
I'm with Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm with keeping Justin Fields, let him play it out. When Justin Fields is on, we've liked his connection with DJ Moore. Just got to protect him. The Bears had the 1 and the 4, so I think one of these 2 picks, they're going to protect him. And the next one, to me, is Marvin Harrison Jr., the number 1 pick, because if you want a guy that could win quickly, win early, win late, he wins all kinds, 3 levels of the field. He just elegance and grace that he plays with, man. He's a professional already coming into the NFL game. So, my pick would be Marvin Harrison Jr. The dark horse, I think the dark horse with all these guys right now is Drake May. I think he's working his way up the board. And, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the first quarterback taken, but I'm still on the Caleb Williams bandwagon, so that's the guy I will go with. But I think Drake May is a dark horse as we're going to see more and more of him, especially at the combine and things of that nature.
Yeah, I think it's Marvin Harrison for me too. I know the Cardinals would love to have him on the squiddy, but if I'm the Bears, I got to take him here, man. I can't fall unless they offer you a package you just can't refuse, right? We're not trading here, just talking out loud. I think the Bears got to take Marvin Harrison. He's by far the best prospect in this draft. He's going to make Justin Fields' job much easier because when you talk about a DJ Moore, you talk about a Darnell Mooney, those guys are a little bit smaller, right? You need a guy that can go up and get the football, a guy who can do it all at all 3 levels of the field in terms of being on the perimeter. He can play in the slot. He just gives you everything. And I know, Juice, you were talking about, the offensive tackles there. I think there's Marvin Harrison, and then there's a drop off of a tier in terms of those next receivers. Although I did see did you like the tweet or did you quote the tweet, Juice? I don't know what you did on Twitter. Something about neighbors, and we're kind of maybe insulting him by putting him as receiver 2. Did I misread the tweet? You know what I'm talking about?
Someone said that.
I don't know. Juice had liked it or something. I don't know. Oh, he dropped out. Oh,
he dropped out.
Comment. No comment, bro. He ran, bro. He ran.
What are you trying to say, that we're insulting neighbors by putting them at 2?
At 2, yeah. It wasn't that wasn't the direct quote. I'm just kind of paraphrasing. That's how I read it. Maybe I misread it and misunderstood it. But that's just what I saw, and I was like, Marvin, that's easy 2. And then there's easy 1. But then
they say neighbors should be wide receiver 1. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
That's what
I'm
asking you.
Oh no, that's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded like, and I'm thinking, like, did I miss something?
It's still got to be MHJ, man. MHJ.
MHJ, you got it.
There you go. Maserati.
Letters,
is it Maserati?
It is
Maserati Marv? No, it got to be Maserati Marv, bro. Neighbors is having a heck of a season. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the Biletnikoff winner because the numbers that he's putting up over there with Jaden Daniels. But if you want the total package, the size, the ball skills, route running, that's where he wins over neighbors by a landslide. So if you want that at the NFL level, you got to go Marvin Harrison Jr. number 1 over neighbors.
Yeah, Juice just let me know he computer died. So, that's what he's saying. I don't know how true it is, but we're going to go ahead and believe him there. So we're going to go ahead and go with Marvin Harrison Jr. as the number 1 pick overall for the Bears. And then next up, we have the Arizona Cardinals. And you got to give me a second because
Juice, there you go. He back. He
oh, he
back.
back?
Yeah,
Quick.
let's get him back in here.
Oh, that's quick. What's quick? Bro, did you hear us talking trash about you, bro?
Yeah, man. My
What you
ears
got to
was
say?
ringing. My ears was ringing, man.
What was I off in what I said, or what was
No,
I?
I didn't hear what you said, bro. Honestly, I didn't hear what you said.
So there was a tweet. I don't know if you liked it. I don't know if you. I don't know if you retweeted it. I don't know what it was. I don't know if you quote tweeted it, but it was someone had said in reference to, we're kind of trying Neighbors as receiver 2, right? So
it feels disrespectful. It feels disrespectful to put him at receiver 2. That's what it was, and I'm like, yeah. It's just that MHJ is that guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? As high as I am on Neighbors, I think MHJ is just a cleaner prospect. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, man. But I'm a huge fan of, you already know I've been on record. I believe that Neighbors has the highest ceiling among all the receivers.
I'd agree.
All right. So we got MHJ at the top. That takes us to the Cardinals. So question is, with MHJ off the board, who do you go get? That's the question.
Let's see what the viewers think, man. Offensive line to me is still an issue. I know there's some DJ Humphrey fans along the chat, but I think offensive line is still an issue in Arizona. Kyler Murray, they have kind of the same conundrum, kind of like not the same exact one because Justin Fields still on his rookie contract, but you have a quarterback that you drafted in the first round. Kyler Murray was the number 1 pick. You paid Kyler Murray, and although you're at the top of this draft board, and quarterbacks usually fly off the board, you're an opportunity to trade down and keep Kyler Murray on your roster and just get more pieces around Kyler Murray. Like we like what we see in Michael Wilson as a wide receiver 2. The young tight end Trey McBride, he's showing out right now.
Yep.
They need Marvin Harrison Jr. So if the Bears don't go there, I think this would be the team to get Marvin Harrison Jr. But with him off the board now, where do you go? Offensive line, that would be my option. But best defensive player on the board, maybe. What you thinking?
Yeah, they need a lot of help. And I don't think Arizona drafting a quarterback helps them. I think the best option, like you said, would be to trade down to get more pieces to kind of load up because they got holes all over the place. D-line, cornerback, offensive tackle, if you feel in the way Headley feels about the offensive line, wide receiver. They need a lot of help. But seeing how we're not trading down here, do you go and get? Do you see a scenario where Jerzon Newton is the first defensive lineman off the board?
I was just going to ask you a question, bro. I was just going to ask you guys a question. Who's the top defensive prospect in this class, bro?
See, that's where it's shaky, man.
It is shaky.
It's shaky. I think it's going to be an offensive top half draft, and then the defensive players to me that you got to throw in the hat would be Jared Verse. You got to throw Latu in that.
Yep.
Johnny Newton, Big Jerzon.
Newton.
Yeah.
Johnny Newton. It's those 3 guys along the defensive line. Like the cornerback position, it's like it's Kool-Aid still at the top. He's not. There's some other guys coming up. I like Josh Newton, but you can't put Josh Newton that high, or Nate Wiggins that high. So it has to be those defensive linemen, man. Is it Jared Burns? Is it Latu? Is it Jerzon Newton?
I could see a case. I could see people pushing a case for Chop Robinson as well, right? Because he showed out this year as well before the injury. So I think
explosiveness from Chop.
Yeah. I think it might be Jared Verse, Latu, and Chop. I think Latu is going to get pushed down because of the injury, because it was significant, because he did retire and come back. So I think that's huge. This is tough, man. I think it might end up when it's all said and done. Excuse me. I think it might be Jerzon Newton, bro.
D-Kid saying he saw Newton versus Toledo. He played awful. I haven't checked that game out, that Toledo game out.
All right, we're gonna have to put that one on the docket, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We might have to bring him to the front of the congregation. He might have to answer. He might have to answer for some bad play, man. But we'll check it. But for now, I'm gonna give Jerzon the head nod.
Best defensive player in the class?
Yeah, just to be different.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think from a technical level, it's Latu. I think just how he wins the hands, The pass rushing moves, he has so much pass rushing moves, big repertoire there. He plays and run well. I think he's amazing. I think he might be the top player. Just watching the tape, he's the top player for me. But the medicals, that's going to be a big issue for him. So to me, it's him or Jared Verse. Jared Verse has the burst, the closing ability, make the big plays at the big moment. He's not having a big season this year. He's not that double-digit sack guy that I expected. But the talent is there. So I think it's one of those two guys to me.
All right. Now, what's the poll looking like?
The poll is looking like I got a Verse, I got a Fashanu or Alt, and I know we're talking about again who that defender might be. I actually went with Drake May, the quarterback, on the poll, right? Because prior to Kyler Murray coming in, I think there was a lot of conversation as to whether or not maybe Arizona decides to go in a different direction. Of course, there's contract implications, but this organization, this new brain trust may be really high on one or both of these two quarterbacks here at the top, right? So I added him to the poll. I think, to your point, there's going to be a lot of different feelings about who the top prospect is on the defensive side of the ball. And I'm leaning Latu as well. Of course, the injury, the fact that, he was medically retired at one point. You know what I mean? I think that's going to loom big, and I think that actually pushes him a little further down the board. But despite that, I think he still goes top 10, bro. I think I like you said, Helly, when you watch the tape and you see the prowess that he has and the underappreciated athleticism explosion that he possesses, right? I'm going to be really interested in his 10-yard split during the combine, because if he nails that, he's the top prospect for me. You know what I mean? Obviously, you want him in a 3-4 standing up edge. That's the way you want to play him, right? But I'm telling you, and D-Kit's coming around, bro. D-Kit got into the film, and as he's indicating, he's coming around. He's crazy impactful. I mean, we saw it last year. As much as we like Thule, you know what I mean, in terms of those Pac-12 defenders or whatever the case may be, we saw the flashes from Latu, and as we honed in, you really get to see exactly how impressive he is. So I think, if I did this poll over again, he certainly would be part of the conversation. But according to the results, right, it does appear that the pick is in. Let me get my chime.
Got to chime it up.
Olu Fashanu.
O-line. Okay.
Good pick, man. Him and Paris Johnson, bookend tackles. Kyler Murray's a guy that needs to be protected. So I love the pick for Arizona Cardinals. Get that perimeter right. Get those two tackles out there. It'd be interesting to see. Paris Johnson's playing well at right tackle, so maybe you just keep him there. We've seen Olu at left tackle, but I think they're versatile, man. So I like it.
Real quick, I saw this. If you draft a D-line at 2 and he doesn't rock out as a rookie, well, that will be not good. I will say this about the Cardinals in terms of the past couple of years. They've just drafted just throwing darts at a board, right? Versatile players and really not knowing what to do with them. And I think that is over and done with, right? So I think that this team has an idea of what they're doing in terms of players that they're going to draft and what they're going to do with them versus let's just draft a versatile guy who can play safety, linebacker, can come up in the box, but we don't actually know what we want him to do consistently, right? And I think they've not ruined a couple players, but they've wasted players years in the league when you talk about Isaiah Simmons. When you
Isaiah Simmons, yeah.
Hassan Reddick.
Hassan Reddick.
Just wasting players. I mean, they couldn't do it to Buddha though. Buddha was too good. That was my guy. He was just too good. They couldn't damage him, right? He was just too good. Didn't matter, right? Despite the
you see it with Collins. You see it with Zayvon Collins too. It really is. You didn't have a plan. You knew that they were versatile, so you try to kind of square peg, round hole type of deal. You got to have a plan. You got to put players in a position to be successful. Focus on what they do best, and they never did that. That previous regime with Steve Keim, and then Cliff Kingsbury. To me, he's a college air raid coach. He wasn't once you got past the novelty of it and you saw it a couple of times, it was easy. I did a video a while back, kind of breaking down what happened to that offense, and and just the lack of motion and the lack of diversity in terms of personnel groupings and stuff like that. It was bad. It was bad. So, you know, they have rebooted. And to your point, Drew, I agree. I think this new coaching staff, this new front office understands that they may not necessarily get it right all the time, but I think they understand they have to put their players in position to be successful. So that takes us to New England. And I got the poll here. Let me know what you think. I got Drake May, Joe Alt, Malik Neighbors, and Michael Penix Jr. I think all offense here for New England.
You got all the quarterbacks up there, right?
I got Penix. I got Penix.
That's
and
going.
I got Penix.
Caleb? Where's Caleb?
Oh, I'm thinking Caleb went first overall. I'm tripping.
You got to put Caleb on there.
I'm glad I checked, bro. All right, so Malik comes off.
Hot route, bro.
Yeah, man.
Audible.
Check.
You got to keep me straight. All right, polls up.
All right. So we talked about this last week in terms of who we thought might be the better fit in Drake May and Michael Penix. Drake May and Caleb Williams. I like all these guys to go. I mean, bro, it should just be 3 quarterbacks up here. Let's not even go offensive tackle here, right? Because it's bad over there. Like it's real bad to the point where we're talking about Belichick is going to be up out of there, right? I don't know what the plan is to replace him. I don't know if Josh McDaniels comes back in and he gets another head coaching job just by osmosis or whatever the hell you want to call that. He just gets lucky. Osmosis, bro. Just walks into it. It just happens, bro. You know, sometimes you just walk into something and you just get lucky. You know what I'm saying? You got them 6 numbers for the lotto. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you hit it. Hit you with my cash app. But yeah, Headley, I think you went with Caleb and I went with Drake May last week when we talked about it. In terms of I know you were talking just because based on what New England has in terms of that offense, which is not good. And we've been talking about it for years in terms of trying to add a guy who is just going to be dynamic. And I think they drafted Kayshon Boutte. I don't know if he's even busted a grape over there. Not that anybody can. The way they throwing the football and Mac Jones throwing it to the other team. But
it's bad over there, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know who they starting at quarterback this week. You know, Mac Jones got benched a couple weeks ago. It could be Bailey Zapp. Malik Cunningham's on the roster over there. I think they brought in another quarterback off the streets.
I thought they waived Cunningham. I don't know if they moved him back to the practice squad.
Man, they don't know what they're doing over there. They need a quarterback in the worst way, man. So, to me, the conversation is Drake May or Caleb Williams. Drake May is probably who, like we talked about last week, who they typically would take. A guy that wins inside the structure of an offense. You know, Caleb Williams is the guy that I would take. A guy that's like you say, a dynamic weapon. Can make nothing out of something, you know, or make something out of nothing. My bad. Pardon that, but make something out of nothing because you don't have anybody to throw to. You don't have anybody to get open. Your offensive line is not great. So let's just go get a playmaker, man, and just, hey, work your magic. Caleb, work your magic because I think Drake Mason, that offense, is not going to look good for him over there in New England.
All right, looks like the pick is in. We were at a dead heat, split 50-50 for a while, but I think someone just came in and broke the tie. And I have arrow mark. I think it's Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams it is. USC. Let's do it. All right. Next up, we have the Chicago Bears once more. Which one of these picks? The 4 is their pick, and the 1 is the Panthers. Pick?
Carolina is the number 1 pick.
Okay.
The 4 is their pick.
Is their pick?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. We talked about it. We were talking about Marvin Harrison. What would we do here with the first pick, assuming that the Bears don't trade it away? I don't see a scenario where they should. In this scenario, you got to take Marvin Harrison because right behind them was the Cardinals, who we think. I think that's a lock. If Marvin Harrison falls to number 2, I think the Cardinals take him. And I mean, they push Roger Goodell out the way to make the pick if it's Marvin Harrison. But Bears got him at 1. So at 4, we were thinking offensive line as well to protect Justin Fields. Or do you see a scenario where the Bears go back-to-back receiver here? Is that too sexy? Is that too much lingerie? You know
I
what I'm
think it's
saying?
a little too sexy
It's a
because
little
you
too
got
sexy.
so many issues, even
Okay.
defensively.
That's
I
rated
was expecting
X,
to go
bro.
defense.
That's rated X.
What's that? The NC-17? Yeah, that's different, bro.
What if you said defense? What if they go Jazon Newton? I know one of the biggest issues with the Bears defense is they don't have that 3 technique that they
they
want.
just drafted 2 good D tackles last year? Didn't they get your boy Dexter and my guy from South Carolina? Forgot what his name. That
he was
quick.
at the
Zach Pickens.
Zach Pickens. Yeah, Zach Pickens. So
But
I think the interior is all right.
Okay.
Maybe the edge.
Pickens.
But they just traded for Montez Sweat.
Yeah, they got Montez Sweat. They got DeMarcus Walker, and they got Yannick Ngakoue. I think that might be a 1-year deal or something. I don't think it's anything long.
Ngakoue is a mercenary, bro.
He's a mercenary.
He ain't the long term. Yeah.
So it's edge. We think an edge if we go defense, and then offense. We think in tackle.
Yeah, I think do the right thing, Joe Alt. All day. I think, if it's not Olu or Joe Alt, I think they're gonna get one of those 2 guys with these 4 picks, top 4 picks, 2 of the top 4 picks. So you gotta protect them, man. The left tackle over there, I think, he needs some help. He drafted Darnell Wright last season to play right tackle. Just like Arizona, man. Let's get the bookend tackles. Let's protect our franchise. Kyler Murray with Arizona and Justin Fields here with Chicago.
So I don't think they go Bowers in large part because they re-up with Cole Kmet. Right?
He's having a decent season, no?
Yeah, Cole Kmet's been solid. I think they made the long-term commitment to him, so they probably wouldn't go Bowers in this particular instance. Although, listen, I think they could coexist, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think they would do that in lieu of the tackle, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Daniel C, man, if it's not Joe Alt, I think Jared Verse would be a nice pick there because I think, like I said earlier, the edge, getting another edge up the Sweat would be big for them. Because I like those 2 guys on the interior, Dexter and Pickens.
All right, the poll's up. We got Alt, Verse, Latu, and Drake May. Drake May's still on the board. So, I don't know that they were anticipating Drake May to be still on the board here at 4. Maybe something changes. Maybe the plans change here. You were able to net the best player in the draft. Widely considered the best player in the draft, and you're still in position to acquire a quarterback. And of course, there would be a trade market for Justin Fields. If the Bears decide to move Fields, there'll definitely be a trade market for him. So I added him to the poll as well.
Give me 2 teams you think the Bears would trade him to.
I think Atlanta is certainly one.
Mm-hmm.
I think Atlanta is certainly one. I think Vegas. I think Vegas
that might be a team right there.
Would be in the market for him. I wouldn't rule out the Commanders.
Nah,
there's quite a few teams.
I like what Sam Howell doing. What about
it's less about Sam Howell. It's less about Sam Howell, and it's more about galvanizing the fan base. Right?
Gotcha. What about a team like the Jets? Aaron Rodgers is on a 1-year deal, pretty much. You bring in a Justin Fields to be the heir apparent after Aaron Rodgers is gone.
That's assuming Saleh and the GM are, it
would have to be a different brain trust. It would have to be a different brain trust, bro. Because they had their opportunity to draft Justin Fields.
That's true,
right? They had their opportunity.
What do you wait? Zach Wilson?
Yeah.
Hey, hey. Sometimes
I know things change. I know things change, but to then give up additional draft capital out there, you've already given up draft capital to acquire Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I think that would be probably a little too much under those circumstances.
Got the I know that the Vikings wanted Fields as well. They tried to trade up in that.
That's another good team.
Although the Ops is playing really well, they involved. That wouldn't shock me. All right, picks in. Joe Alt.
Joe Alt is
do the right thing.
All right.
It's the right thing. It really truly is the right thing.
Protect Justin Fields. All right, next up we got Danny Dimes and Danny DeVito. New York.
Danny DeVito. I like
them boys silly, bro. Them boys. Twitter be killing these players, bro. It's wild what they doing to these players. But
there go DK. He said, "Get out the way, Roger." He's getting that Drake May.
Yeah,
run up to the podium.
That's the only person on the poll, bro. Drake. You're gonna forego the receivers, bro? All them receivers on there? No,
I
roll,
saw.
no.
I shared it with you. Another YouTube account had a mock
Right.
draft. A couple
Oh,
of
yeah, I saw that.
YouTubers, and they had Bo Nix as the fifth
As the fifth
overall pick. Yeah. Now at that point, May and Williams were already off the board. So
and hold on, so I got to
it's a
bring
little
them to the front of the
different.
congregation because they just passed up Michael Penix. I mean, was he gone too?
No. It was on that Bo
Okay.
Nix, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think
Next.
people. I don't think the masses love Penix as much as we do. I think we're probably higher than Penix than most people.
Yeah.
But, if you tell me it's the injury, that's fine. I'm with you. But if you're not telling me it's the injury, then we got to have a conversation. You got to explain yourself.
Yeah.
He's easily quarterback 3. Easily. And if it wasn't for the injury, he might be pushing quarterback 1, 2. Straight up. But,
he got the most arm talent,
easily.
To me. Yeah.
Him and Jaden Daniels, man.
So obviously, a quarterback would be the primary need here. Beyond that, I think receiver and where else? What other position would you consider here?
Didn't they just lose Leonard Williams?
They traded away Leonard Williams. Yeah.
So that's Jerzon.
Jerzon.
All right. I got the poll here. I got Drake May, Michael Penix Jr., Malik Neighbors, and Jerzon Newton.
Jerzon.
Yeah, DK. I probably would. You know what? I'm gonna take
Audible,
and I'm going Latu.
He on every poll, bro. Got to put him on every poll.
You got to put Latu in there. All right, polls up.
All right.
Yeah, man. I'm just happy to see my guy DK just finally come around. He was fighting it.
But he was saying Danny Dimes?
Man.
No, he's fighting the Latu.
No.
Talking about the
Latu.
Latu. Okay.
DK said, "Can I click twice?" So you got to log into another account, B. You gotta jump in another account, man.
Hey, DK, what's going on with these receivers, man? What Jalen Hyatt saying? I think Darius Slayton probably gonna be his last year. What's
they need receivers. They need an X receiver badly. They need a big boy. Yeah, I think they could probably run with a Wandell and a Hyatt as the other 2 receivers, but they need an alpha in that room in New York.
The picks is in. We know it's Drake May, right? And do the right thing.
Landslide. Nobody else got a vote, bro.
Okay. Right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's get it. This is also a team that could trade for Justin Fields. I don't think they do it. But Tennessee or Will Levis is the guy, bro. Or they're, you know what? I think the stars have aligned for Tennessee to just play Will Levis and see what happens, man.
No, that's absolutely what Tennessee has to do, bro. I think this is a mistake that the Falcons didn't, they hurt themselves a bit not playing Desmond Ridder last year. You know what I mean? Yeah. They rolled out Mariota, and we already know what Mariota is. You know what I'm saying? So, you let Will Levis play. Obviously, the arm talent is there. The ball jumps out of his hands, but still got a lot of work to do to play that position at a high level. So, we'll see. We'll see how he continues to progress. If you see some improvement, obviously he had this great debut. Statistically, he had a really good debut. But when you kind of peel back the layers a little bit, it wasn't quite as impressive as the statistics might suggest, right? So since then, it's been, okay, you see a flash here or there, but certainly hasn't played all that well. So you let him play it out. Figure out whether or not you have something there. Otherwise, you may be selecting a quarterback. This could be the Michael Penix pick for us, certainly. Obviously, Jaden Daniels is coming on hard. There's going to be a high for Bo Nix.
Pause.
There's going to be a high for pause.
Yeah,
Phrasing.
Pause that.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
But
Daniel C had a question about the Jets. I know we're on Tennessee right now, but man. At some point.
You got to. You see what happened
when
Aaron Rodgers went down this year, man. You're starting Boyle today. It was horrible. You don't want to be in that same position again because Aaron Rodgers is not playing 2 to 3 more years. So you have a team that's ready to go on the defensive side of the football. You got a superstar receiver in Garrett Wilson. We need to address the quarterback position in this draft. It might be a mid-round pick, but we got to address it somehow, just in case Aaron Rodgers gets hurt again or isn't back the year after that.
They're probably going to be in a prime position to draft a guy, a Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy, even your boy, or even your boy from is it Tulane? Matt, is it Matt Pratt?
Yeah, Pratt.
Matt Pratt.
Yeah.
Could be a guy that's sitting there for them, where you don't necessarily have to throw the guy out there immediately to play, but a guy who can sit, watch, assuming Aaron Rodgers plays out the contract. And then that guy can step up and slide in and keep things moving for the Jets. And they got to get that O-line right too, because that ain't all that good either. So as good as they them two running backs they got in the backfield, you got to get the O-line right as well. So
yeah, to answer D-Kid's, well, really it's a statement from D-Kid. I agree with you, and I'm taking Penix if he's on the board at 11.
Agreed. Oh yeah.
And wasting no time.
Yeah.
Need somebody to get the ball to Garrett Wilson, bro.
Oh yeah,
get that man the ball,
and he's gonna get it to him. Period.
All right, I got Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers, Talise Fuaga, and J.C. Latham. Any objections?
No, that's solid.
Sounds good. Sounds solid. All right, poll is up.
You got a quarterback up there, you said?
No.
We got Will Levis.
No.
We got to roll with Will Levis. They got to let it run.
All right, let it run then.
You gotta jump in there sooner, bro. You gotta.
No. I was asking.
Because you just wanted to know. You just wanted to know.
Okay. No.
Because they got what? Will Levis on there. They got
2 weeks from now, Will Levis might be on the poll.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For the quarterback. A quarterback might be on the poll.
The same issues we saw with Will Levis in college is the same thing we see now. It's very inconsistent. You'll have the big play, you throw it down the field, Hopkins make a play on a football touchdown. But then in between that, you see a lot of inaccuracies, throwing behind the receivers, not making quick decisions. So we'll see.
He's holding on to that ball a lot, bro, for much longer than he should, especially when he's getting blitzed. He's not seeing it. And obviously, the more he plays, the better that should get. But that offensive line ain't good either, by the way. And I think they got a bunch of injuries going on there as well. So, but I think, like you said, I think Tennessee's doing the right thing by starting him so you can see what you have in him and not do the Atlanta thing. And you find out a year too late, and it costs you an extra year, especially as a coach. Although they said Vrabel's not going anywhere. I don't know. I saw somewhere that they're not trading him, or like when were they gonna? Where did that come from? We're not trading him. We're not cutting him. We're not firing him. What?
I think there's probably some owners that probably really like Vrabel, right? Okay. You know what I'm saying? I think he checks a couple different boxes, but offensively, Tennessee has been poor for the better part of the last 2 seasons.
Since your boy left, right? Arthur Smith.
So yeah, and I mean, I have my question marks regarding Arthur Smith as a head coach, but certainly offensively they have been stuck in go. And of course, I know it wasn't Vrabel's idea, the trade of AJ Brown. It just
was bad.
Yeah, that was he was ready to stay there. That's where he wanted to be.
Yeah, man.
And if you think about what receivers are making, that would have been a discount. If you paid AJ Brown that money that he wanted, it'd be a discount right now with that wide receiver market.
Absolutely. So that one has set them back. And then, of course, Derrick Henry appears to be on the back end of his, stellar career. So, they're going to have to kind of recreate themselves. And it may start with another quarterback. It may very well start with another quarterback. To your point regarding Levis, before we close this one down, it's looking like a Malik Neighbors pick here. Levis is playing like a rookie. You mentioned that the same issues that you saw from him at Kentucky is what you're seeing now. Absolutely. What you want to see is that progression. You want to see him get better every week. You want to see him speed up his process, protect the football. You know what I mean? Get the ball out when there's a unaccounted for rusher. You know what I'm saying? The guy that the quarterback has to account for, you want to see him figure out what to do in those situations, who the hot is, get the ball out, matriculate the football down the field. So the pick is in, and it is Malik Neighbors. That's a baller. He certainly will help out whoever is playing quarterback for Tennessee.
I saw a comment here. I just want to answer it real quick. Where did it go? How did I miss it? I'm missing it. It had to do with the Tulane quarterback. It said his arm is not that strong. I'm not a strong arm quarterback guy. For me, as long as you know where you're going with the football and you're not running around out there with a noodle arm, I'm cool with it. I'm a little different when it comes to the quarterback position in terms of evaluating. Now, if I find out he got a noodle arm because I haven't seen all his games, then I might have to backtrack. But
can't have the noodle out there.
but
if
for
you,
now,
like you said, if you have anticipation and you know where you're going with the football, you don't need to have the strongest arm. So I get what you're saying there, but you can't have the noodle though.
No, I can't have a noodle arm.
Can't have that.
Can't have the pea shooter.
Can't have the pea shooter. That was your boy. Boy from the U. What's his name? Ken Dorsey.
I thought he was going Chad Pennington.
Nah. Pennington is the norm, bro. Why would you go Dorsey, bro?
I would Dorsey
was a 7th round pick, bro.
He got fired though. He got fired this week, so that's why.
Come on, man.
Or last week, whenever it was. Yeah,
he did get fired.
Yeah.
Or you could have a big arm and suck like Rex Grossman. You know what I'm saying? You can do that too.
I thought you was gonna go with Jake Locker.
I thought he was gonna go with I guess he didn't necessarily suck, but his attitude sucked. Was Jay Cutler?
Yeah, Jay Cutler's another one.
He is another one.
I didn't really consider Rex Grossman like one of them big, strong arm quarterbacks, like a Locker or.
He had a strong arm. Yeah, I don't think he showcased
did, but
it.
He wasn't like
he didn't have the frame that those guys have.
Yeah,
I think that was the difference. Like for instance, Sam Howell has a big arm, bro, but he doesn't have that prototypical frame. You understand what I'm saying? So, speaking of Sam Howell, the Commander's on the clock.
There you go.
DK, you're on point. It may be a little late for him. And he might be doing this in the wrong draft. DJ, I'm not gonna try to butcher.
He can come back a year though, can he?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he could.
Right?
I think he could.
He got eligibility. Yeah, he need to come back.
I think his coach might be on the way out though. I think his coach may be heading over to Michigan State. That's what I'm hearing.
He might have to travel. You feel me? I don't know.
Or traveling? Nah, bro. Nah.
Listen, I'm trying to give that man some
because
rope,
he would lose a year of eligibility then.
Okay.
He would then lose a year of eligibility.
All right, Washington. We got to go. It's got to be D-line or O-line. There's no.
Yeah.
All right, I got him right here. I got Latham, Fuaga, Latu, and Verse.
There you go.
I'm probably going O-line here because the thing you don't want Sam Howell doing is running around running for his life, because I think that's when he's at his worst. I like him to drop back and be able to get the ball out with anticipation or timing. But if he can't even get to his, that second foot to the drop back, I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? So, I'm
opposite with you right there, Drew. If I'm in the situation in Washington, I'll probably go D-line.
So what's on the board? But based on what's on the board?
Based on where the talent is right now, I think the two D linemen is higher on my board than the two offensive linemen left on the board. And also, offensive line is deep. I think you could get a solid offensive line tackle at the top of the second round. So that'll be my thought process.
I just want to give a heads up to anybody who may be watching the show. Join us over on YouTube, get in that chat and vote.
Vote.
Be part of this viewer-controlled mock draft.
Especially if it's your team, man. Especially if it's your team, and speak up. You might point something out we didn't know, we missed. We might be off on. You may want to question something. We trying to
put
do
us
the best
on game,
man. Yeah, man. Put us on game.
So the viewers to this point are like both you, Drew and Headley. They're split on this. You got 50% of the vote going to offensive line, 50% going to edge, and it's two players in particular currently, J.C. Latham and Latu. Just got to vote for Jared Verse, though. So we still have a tie between Latham and Latu. Somebody break the tie. Somebody
break the tie. Let's see if I could break this tie.
Go vote, man.
Obviously, from an edge perspective, They trade away Chase Young, they trade away Montez Sweat, so there's a huge need there. If you watched the game yesterday,
tosses. It was toss all day. I seen it. They was attacking that edge.
It was. I mean, they can't set the edge. They can't rush the passer. They have questions on their back, and I think Washington can actually stand to improve at every level of their defense, but it starts up front. It starts up front, and offensively, they can't protect. I think Sam Howell has done a better job over the last couple of weeks. playing on time, getting the ball out. Of course, there are times where he tries to do a little too much, put the ball in harm's way, but they struggle to keep him upright. They struggle to protect him. You know what I mean? So they certainly need to work on the trenches, one way or the other.
Let me ask you this: how much of it you think, like a percentage, on him not getting the ball out and the offensive line just not protecting him?
I'd say more recently, maybe at the start of the season, I would probably say 60-40.
Mm-hmm.
I think more recently it's probably 70-30, and it's really the offensive line that's struggling. Yeah,
no,
that's what I would say. All right, someone came in and broke the tie. I appreciate that. J.C. Latham is the pick.
Nice.
Okay, I like it.
So that's a right tackle. You think Latham, Drew, could go on the other side, left tackle?
I don't think so, man.
No?
Nah, I like him over there at the right. It wouldn't surprise me, but nah, I like my man's over there on the right side. Lock him up. All right, man. We got the Dirty Birds, man. What they saying?
ATL.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely got to put a quarterback on there. I think those edge rushers, Verse and Latu, could go back on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the biggest need right now. I know a lot of people talk about Arthur Smith and him not utilizing his guys correctly.
Right.
Like, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect big numbers from Drake London. I like Drake London. I didn't expect big numbers from Kyle Pitts. When you brought over Arthur Smith, you know what you're going to get. You're going to run heavy team, and you got to play defense. I think the defense kind of been falling off recently. They started off the season pretty hot, but we got to get better defensively, the Falcons, and also we got to get a quarterback. We can't go out there running with Ritter anymore. I think they're going to play him out for the rest of the season, and I think that's the best thing for the Falcons, man. We want to get closer to that number 1 pick.
Wow.
That top 5 pick. So let's play Ritter. You put your boy out there, Heineke. He's gonna end up winning some games, man. And we're gonna be picking, 10 to 15, maybe get the playoff spot. We're one game behind the playoff spot, so we don't want that, man. So
especially in bad divisions, slip into like number 19, 18, something like that. And
let's
throw Ritter out there.
That weren't me. That is those are your fellow viewers.
Yeah, Juice would have voted Latu. You would have voted Latu.
Yeah.
I already know you would have voted Latu. Mm-hmm.
You already know. All right, I got Latu, as Headley mentioned, Verse, Michael Penix Jr. Who's the 4th here, Headley?
Throw another quarterback out there.
Ooh, another quarterback? Which quarterback?
Jaden Daniels.
Let's go Jaden Daniels.
Ooh,
let's see if anybody.
Daniels.
Let's see what people are saying.
So you got Penix and you got Jaden Daniels. So you got the probably the better pocket player in Penix, right? And then you got the guy who can play within the pocket. But if you slip up, play man coverage, turn your back, he might run for 80, right?
Yeah.
And Jaden Daniels. So there's a little bit of spice. You boiling that oil. Don't bring it up, bro.
You haven't done this. You haven't done this in a while, bro.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Before you even get started, you should not be boiling oil, bro.
I want to see where he's going with it.
That's where it starts, bro. The problems start when you start boiling oil, bro.
Listen, when I say boil, I mean you can see 2 or 3 bubbles in the oil, and then you throw your chicken in there, right? But let me cook, bro. Let me cook boiling oil, bro.
Let Drew cook, bro.
So sometimes when you put some oil in the pot, right, and you let it heat up, and then you put something, water or something just happens to just, and it's popping. That's Jaden Daniels, bro. You got to have a little bit of that, right? And that element, from the quarterback position is problematic, bro. Like, defense is gonna have to deal with that, right? But man, there's something about Penix, bro. There's just something about Penix that I think if he comes in, he's going to hit the ground running versus Daniels, who may struggle. But Daniels may be able to make that up with his ability to run and extend plays. But I think Penix comes in and hits the ground running, and he's going to be playing for a more run-heavy offense. Let him turn his back to the defense on play actions and let him go to work. You might see something a little bit different. I think they're going to have to change up the offense a little bit if you bring in Penix. Add some new elements to that offense, but
you mean the forward pass? Is that what you mean? Add the forward pass. I don't
That's
understand. I don't understand the hesitation regarding Penix. If you want to talk about injury history, that's one thing, right? I
Right.
understand medicals are
Right.
always going to be prevalent in the evaluation process, but since when is it bad for a guy to make plays from the pocket? I don't understand it. He's not a statue. I'm not saying that he's Jaden Daniels is going to take off for 80, as you mentioned, Drew, but he's not a statue. He has the functional mobility that's required to play the position at the NFL level. The throws that Michael Penix makes, bro, consistently,
laser.
it's insane, bro.
Laser.
It's insane. You don't see a bunch of throws behind the line of scrimmage, a bunch of bubbles, but they are pushing the football down the field consistently. Full field reads. Like it doesn't make sense to me. They're looking for an issue with Penix that I don't know exists.
No,
you understand what I'm saying? I'm not sure that it actually exists.
No. The problem is that he's in a quarterback draft with all these other guys who can run around and do all this crazy stuff, right?
Okay,
Even the guys who are in a tier below him can do those
Bo
things.
Nix, Jaden Daniels,
right? Right, and so now you throw Penix up there, and it's like, well, and you always looking for something to knock a guy for, right? And they're gonna knock him for the injury, which we all understand, but you also gonna knock him for the fact that he can't run around and make people miss and do all that other crazy stuff, bro. So.
Yeah, I've always said Penix is a strong arm Tua. You know what I'm saying? Like Tua doesn't have that crazy mobility either to run big, but in the pocket, the anticipation, and think about Tua with a stronger arm is just get him in that right system, and he could do magic, man. Because that anticipation,
I like that.
He's a strong arm Tua, bro.
Yeah.
I
mean, damn, do we even need to vote anybody else here, bro?
Hey man, listen, the pick is in. You know what I mean? And it's bro.
Good. We just bypassed JJ McCarthy, huh? Like he didn't even on the board.
Bro, we haven't seen JJ, bro. Like I was high on JJ coming in, and he played. I don't want to call them ducks. I don't want to disrespect universities, but they haven't played good colleges. And then when we finally say, okay, this is the game, against Penn State, he had 8 attempts. It's like we haven't seen it, bro. So it's like guys that's like Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, Bo Nix that's consistently putting up big numbers against good teams. They're gonna jump them, man. They're gonna jump them until we see more of JJ McCarthy.
It's dangerous because if he goes out there and he balls out versus Ohio State, because that seems like it's the only team that's going to be left, right? Because they're going to be in the Big Ten championship game. It doesn't really matter who they're playing on the other side. They're going to smoke them, right? Then you're asking McCarthy, okay, now we need to see you in the playoffs. Like his resume is not as good and won't be as good unless he goes out there and throws for 500 yards in the playoffs every game, which that's not how Michigan runs their offense anyways. It's going to be tough. He's going to have some questions to answer. And I do not think he will answer questions that people want him to answer because he's not going to have the resume. He's not going to have it's just not going to be enough for me, bro.
Yeah.
He's not sensational, bro.
And I like McCarthy. I know D-Kid say he isn't that guy. But I saw the flashes. Turn on the Ohio State game last year. He had a big game. He makes those wild plays. I think accuracy, he's very inconsistent with his accuracy. That could drop him down the board a little bit, but it's something in his game, the subtleness in his game, the footwork, his arm ability. He's athletic. He can also run. He's one of those quarterbacks that can run like a Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, like all these other quarterbacks. He has that in him. Big arm. So, and I've seen it. I've seen the flashes. I just haven't seen it this year against good competition, and that's the last thing I'm waiting on is him to do that. So I wouldn't say he isn't that guy. He hasn't shown to be that guy this season thus far.
D-Kid, the Packers do not need a wide receiver. Them boys need a tackle.
They got one of Zach Tom, though. Zach Tom be balling.
Yeah, he doing his thing. I kind of disrespect him a little bit through this process. Like, we need to replace Zach Tom, but nah, I like what Tom's doing on that right side. They do need that left tackle though with Bakhtiari, hurt like always.
Yeah, like teams are starting to avoid lining their best pass rusher up against Zach Tom, bro. That's how well he's playing right now, bro. Like you're trying to avoid that boy Zach Tom. It's crazy because they projected him at center.
Wow, that's
They
crazy.
projected him at center, bro.
Yeah,
It's wild. It's wild.
that's
I
a
like the
myth.
tape. I like the Wake Forest tape. You know, he was kind of a later prospect. I studied later in the process. Didn't see him, you know, early in the process. But what I saw of him, thought was impressive. The fact that they said, "Listen, you're a center," that kind of threw me a little bit. But yeah, he's actually exceeding my expectations, and I liked him coming out. All right, man. Green Bay. What direction? You know, you mentioned the tackle. I think right now Fuaga is probably the guy. Who else? You got Latu on the board. You got Verse on the board. Brock Bowers is on the board. D-Kid said they need a receiver. You got Rome on the board. Keon Coleman. Who else do we add to this poll for Green Bay?
I don't think you can put a receiver on the board. I don't think
Yeah, I like their receivers.
Yeah.
You know, Watson, you know, he finally broke out. I'm a big fan of Jaden Reed. I think Dobbs leads them in receiving. So, you know, you got those three receivers, and you got those tight ends, Musgrave and Tucker Kraft. So I like the young weapons over there. I think the offensive line is an issue. You know, Jordan Love, you know, he's been kind of helter-skelter this season. He started off hot, cooled down. He's getting it back again now. So they probably give him another year. But on the defensive side of the football, yeah, we could get another edge. I know we drafted Van Ness last season. I expect to see more of him as the season go along. Safety has always been a big need for them, but it's kind of hard to draft a safety here at number 9. So, yeah,
you got the D line, Carl Brooks, who we liked coming out of Bowling Green. He's balling out. He's showing up. He is as advertised. Has he played better than Lucas Van Ness this year? I haven't heard.
I think so. I think so.
He's out-snapping him. He's out-snapping him big time.
I think so.
Yeah.
And that doesn't surprise me. If you watch Carl Brooks at the Senior Bowl,
Van Ness was more of a projection. The reason why Carl Brooks went as late as he did is because he's not Sparky, bro. He didn't test great athletically.
You gotta watch that film though.
Bro, you threw all that tape, bro. Man, 300 pounds playing the edge. You know what I'm saying? He played all along the defensive line.
He's ridiculous, bro.
Ridiculous,
Come on, man.
Yeah. I think he came in as a receiver or something, and he gained a bunch of weight.
Yeah, yep.
And then
I think it was like a tight end or something. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
So who's the fourth in this poll, man?
So who you got? I'm sorry.
I got Fuaga, Latu, and Verse on here.
Okay. You want to throw Jerzon D-line straight? I'm doing too much. Let me stop. You could throw a quarterback in there if people don't believe in.
Yeah.
And
throw a quarterback in there.
The kid's thinking corner.
So
they traded away your boy.
Yeah, Zaire been hurt a lot, man. We haven't seen much Jair Alexander this season. I like how Valentine's playing. Carrington.
Yeah, I do.
Like Chippy out there. But yeah, you could throw in a corner. You could throw in a Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid?
Yeah, throw Kool-Aid in there.
I see there's a little hive though from Wiggins as cornerback 1.
Nate. You know, I went back to watch some more tape on Wiggins, bro, and you know, I like this game, but he has to be in a certain scheme. He has to play off ball with his eyes on the quarterback, man, because that moment of truth, man. You seen last week was it Tez Walker got him deep because he didn't get his head around, man. He to me, he's a system corner, and that's fine too, because you get him in that system, he could ball out. He could lead the league in interceptions one day because his ball skills. So, you know, you just got to get him in the right system. Nate Wiggins.
Where Jake at, man?
Really? Missing tonight.
Jake might be on the weekly cheddar, bro. You know about the weekly cheddar?
No, I don't.
That green?
That's that Green Bay show. Yeah, that's a show that he hosts, man.
Oh, okay. Okay, Jake.
Might be the weekly cheddar, bro. Check that out.
Yeah, check out Jake.
But as soon as we go live, come over here on this side.
Yeah, you got to.
Slide this way.
Yeah, slide this way.
Green Bay is an interesting team. Go ahead, Drew.
Yeah, well, do you see a scenario where they would go Brock Bowers? Or do you think
2 tight ends?
Let me ask you, how far down do you think Brock Bowers would drop because of his injury? Let's say he comes back and
it's not because of his injury.
I mean, he's back.
He's back. It's not.
Oh, he's back. You're right. My bad.
You know, it's probably the tight end position in general. But he's a weapon, man. He's more than a tight end. So I don't know why he would drop. I think he makes it in the top 10. I think he's a top, because to me it's Marvin Harrison Jr. and him as probably the 2 top prospects in this class.
Right.
So I think he go top 10, man.
Yeah, I'm with D Kid, man. He doesn't get past Tampa Bay.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, bro. Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he goes earlier than that either.
Right. I know people are going to say, well, teams will trade up for quarterbacks. I think there's a chance the team would trade up for Brock Bowers.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Team that feels like, they're one playmaker away.
Maybe the Chargers or something.
Yeah.
Now, Chargers need to address that defense, bro. As much as I think they need to get better on the offensive side of the ball, add more weapons, because you got injuries, you got longer into, you got expiring contracts. As much as I agree with that, I'll take advantage of the depth at the receiver position for the Chargers. They got to figure out how to get stops, bro.
So, let me ask you.
Every week. It's every week with the Chargers, though.
Do you think it's scheme, though, now? Like, do you think, like, okay, this scheme isn't working for us?
Guys aren't making plays, bro.
They got players all over the place, which is crazy.
And guys aren't making plays, bro.
So
guys aren't making plays.
Guys got to go.
I'm not suggesting that the scheme can't stand to improve. Of course it can. But they got a lot of high-priced players, highly, selected draft picks that aren't playing at a high enough level. Like, have you heard anything from Joey Bosa this year?
No,
he's been hurt.
He got hurt. He flashed a little. Yeah, it's Thule. Thule's the guy. Mac had that big game where he had 5 or 6 sacks. It was ridiculous. Yeah. But Thule's been flashing every week for those boys.
We talked about Kenneth Murray. That never panned out.
Right.
I'm saying the J.C. Jackson. That didn't work out. They moved off of that.
Derwin's been hurt a lot throughout his career. So
they don't make enough plays, bro. Even as these guys have been healthy in the lineup, they're still giving up late leads.
Yeah.
They're still not making enough plays, bro.
They got to make that move. You know the move? The Bill Belichick move. They got to make that move, bro.
That would be very, very interesting. I think that team would be they would improve immediately, bro. Just bring all of New England over there, lock it up, bro. Lock it up. Because what's the pick, bro?
Then we got Jared Verse coming off.
Nice. Overlock too.
All right, man. Go ahead and pick Brock Bowers and let's lock it up, bro. We ain't gotta do nothing else. You know what it is. Bowers to the Jets? No. Bowers to the Bucks.
Oh, that's my guy, D Kid. Man, I had to throw the Dorless in here, bro. It's disrespect, man. Like, you see this boy Dorless ball every week, and no one's talking about him. The mock draft database got him. I don't know where they got him down on the list. I just don't get it, man. Like what is it, bro? 79 on the board. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he just eats every week, man. You see a big guy that can move. He can play the edge. He can play the inside. He does a lot. He does a lot in the run game and the pass game.
Yeah,
I like him more than Newton. I'm not mad at that, DK.
I don't think they're going to start talking about Dorless until the Pac-12 championship. I think that's when it's going to pop off. That's when they're going, because it's going to be the rematch.
Eyes on, bro.
Yeah.
When everybody has eyes on during, like let's say, especially if Oregon makes a playoff, bro, it's going to become a household name, bro.
Yep.
Household name.
That's when they're going to start talking about. You can see the post on Twitter. Everybody going to act like they've been talking about it for weeks and all this other kind of stuff. Yeah. You know how
So other than Brock Bowers here, who else would be on the list? I understand that the likelihood is Brock Bowers, but who else would be on the list here?
You could put you can put 2 quarterbacks on there. You can go Jaden Daniels, and I like both Bo Nix and JJ McCarthy for the Bucks, but let's throw Bo Nix on there. Well, we haven't had either one of them, have we though?
No. So Bo Nix, Brock Bowers, and
who's all? Go to all real quick. Let me see. This guy at the top of the board.
You got to put Latu on here, bro.
Latu.
Yeah. Because Latu. Yeah, Latu.
Yeah, Latu.
Yeah, Latu. Yeah,
all right, pulls up.
Can I vote, bro? I gotta wait, bro.
No, you can't vote, man. Get out of here.
Come on, man. How's Tampa at the edge? So JTS, Joe Tryon Shoyinka, he only makes plays when Vita blows up the play. Like he's able to be the free man or the late man. But Yaya Diaby,
Kalaji
Chansey, balling. Like all their young players balling on defense.
How my boy what's his name? Hall in the middle. Is it Hall? I forgot his
Logan
name
Hall?
already.
Oh,
Logan.
Logan Hall. Yeah, he's so he's added weight. Because obviously I know Juice feel how they misusing that man, but he's added weight. He's playing well. Last year he was okay. I think the more he plays,
He the odd man out though, right? Because you got Villa and Cansey in there.
Yeah, but they like that.
And Cansey's a guy.
Yeah, he is a guy. Bro.
Capital GUY, bro.
He's a guy, bro.
Oh, by the way, the Bucks poll is up.
Do the right thing, man.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing, Spike Lee, man. Come on. But yeah, they need Shaq Barrett. He's coming off of the Achilles, so he's a little slow. I think this might be his last year. I can't remember. Last year he's got one more year on the contract, so Latu would be a good.
So y'all might need an edge, yeah.
Yeah, Latu may be a good fit for them because Yaya gonna be on the other side. Yaya's played less snaps and has got 3 sacks, and I think JT.
Oh, I got to ask you, Drew.
What's that?
That running game, bro. Are you okay with their running game?
They need a left guard.
Left guard?
Interior.
Yeah. And
yeah.
I don't know their center, Hainsey. I don't know if he's going to work out at center because there's games where he's fine and there's games where you're like, he's getting blown up every other play.
You got to move Cody Mock to center, bro.
Right. So now you need 2 guards. Right.
Yeah. 2 guards.
Do that, right? So
yeah. You got to get the interior of your O-line right. Yeah. I don't like the Shaq Mason trade, bro. I don't like it, bro.
So they did it because of money.
I know.
That was the biggest thing. I hated it, bro. I hated it.
Don't like it, bro.
I hated it. Right? It was ugly. Okay. Let's go, bro. Let's do it, bro. I know they like K-Dot, but they need something a little bit more spicy and sexy.
Yeah, that's a huge upgrade. That's a huge upgrade.
All right, Jets. I heard Fuaga was going to be the pick for the Jets. I did see that.
He fits their system really well. Zone scheme. He's one of the best run blockers in the class. He can move to the second level.
Down block. That's
what he does.
Down block. Down block, bro. Bro, if I'm in that 4-eye, bro, I hate it, bro. I hate it, dog. He's crashing on you every play, bro.
Do y'all need another receiver out there?
I think so. I don't think the Lazard experiment worked. The Mecole Hardman experiment didn't work. Get a guy opposite Garrett Wilson to go. You could throw a quarterback up there in case they want to move on from Aaron. Well, Aaron Rodgers is going to be moving on pretty soon, so they need an heir apparent there. Mm-hmm. Defensively, man, they one of the best defenses in the league. No issues on defense, bro. So it's going to be an offensive pick.
I got Fuaga, Nix, Daniels, and Odunze. What you think?
I like it.
What'd you say? You said, DK, you said he's having trouble with Dorless tonight. Oh, Fuaga. I got you.
Oh, yeah. Dorless
Fuaga and pass protection. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where he got to work. That's where he has to work.
You got to work on a pass protection.
Dorless is going to give you trouble, bro.
I seen another guy that we talk about all the time. I was watching him some more, Jordan Morgan. He got to work a little bit on that pass protection. Them hands. He get guys get into his chest a lot. But he's another guy that's athletic and can run block also.
Yeah. I'm sure when this show ends and we check the timeline, there will be a lot of Dorless buzz going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? You get the prime time game. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm telling you, when and D-Kit mentioned Jordan Burch as well. Talented player. I'm telling you, when Pac-12 championship come around, Oregon finds it, if they find their way into the playoffs, bro, that's who everybody's gonna be talking about. In terms of defensive players, that's who's everybody's gonna be focused on is Brandon Dorless, bro. Because you can't convince me so a guy that we liked a lot in last cycle, right, was Ade Adetomo Adewale.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know if Western.
Like, he was getting first round buzz. Of course, he went much later, and I think he went kind of where we anticipated, right? But Dorless, bro?
Yeah, Dorless he's a better technician than Ade, but when Ade ran that 4.4,
I know
that shot him up the board. What he did at the Senior Bowl was impressive, but then he ran a 4.4.
Backed it up with the speed. Yeah, I
That's
think
crazy.
if he was taller, I think he really get that first round run. But his size, his because he's not so tall, he gets that leverage, man. Got that power, that speed to power to go with his game. Good hands. But
Rodgers probably wants another receiver.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
so what you got you got Rome on there. I like Rome on there. Fuaga.
Please, Fuaga.
Let's go. Do the right thing, bro. Get your receiver later.
Yeah. Crazy depth at the receiver position in this class.
All right, this is the Latu pick. So you're gonna pair Latu
I agree.
with
Tuli,
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or put Chop Robinson under as well.
Yeah, I like Chop.
Do we want to put Dallas Turner there? We don't necessarily think that's the best fit for him.
Right? That's a good fit.
It's a good fit.
Yeah. And they run a 3-4 over there, right?
I think you're right. Yeah.
That's what Dallas Turner does.
Yeah,
he can help and he could go back in pass coverage. You know, he's very versatile. Him, Latu,
Chop might be the one that don't fit.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't seen Chop much dropping back, but I think Latu and Dallas Turner does it really well.
And then it wasn't even a linebacker, but it's. You think linebacker goes in the first round?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not if you're not a primary pass rusher, no. I got Latu, Chop, Dallas Turner, and Andrew Wiggins.
Who? Andrew Wiggins, the NBA player?
Oh, damn. Name Wiggins.
Well, Andrew Wiggins, #1 pick.
Ain't it? Canadian out here.
Yeah. Champion.
Poll is up. Yeah, man, bro, I would be ecstatic. Latu and Tuli?
That's nice. Those are technicians right there.
Oh my goodness.
2 of them.
Because this is the way I see it playing out, right? I think Khalil Mack is a cap casualty next year, right? And I think the year after that, it becomes tenable to let Joey Bosa go. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely need another pass rusher opposite Tuli. You know, and if they're able to land Latu, and that they're in great shape. They're in great shape. For as long as Latu stays healthy, bro, they're in great shape.
Man, it's a lot of Bo Nix conversation heating up the timeline right here.
Oh, that's another name. Now. That's another name. Of course, he's in the Heisman convo and everything. Again, you win that Pac-12 championship playing the playoffs, though. Bo Nix could go on a meteoric rise, bro. He really can.
It's nothing you could really like. Bo Nix has been playing incredible ball this year. The accuracy, especially on the move. So it's nothing like the thing about Bo Nix where you could throw a little salt in him is that system and that O-line does a lot for him. He's very clean all the time. The system is guys are open all the time. He's making the right decisive decision. He's quick. He makes quick decisions and he's very accurate. So. But at the next level, when we try to evaluate these guys, is maybe he doesn't get in the offense with the offensive line that perfect and the system not that great. Can he elevate the guys around him in a bad situation? And that's kind of the decision making you got to make as a GM at the next level. Can he be that guy to carry a team and not just a point guard to distribute everywhere?
I think I don't know for whatever reason, I feel like the landing spot that I would like to see, like imagine Bo Nix, in the Brock Purdy role. I think he would thrive.
That's a great role for him.
You know what I'm saying? I think Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell could be a really good landing spot for Bo Nix.
I like that. I like that.
A big time landing spot for him. I think I understand why people might say, Seattle would be a good fit, but system wise, I'm not sure it would be a hand in glove type of situation. I don't know that works quite as well. Regionally, it makes a ton of sense. Obviously, Seattle has weapons, but systemically, in terms of what they asked their quarterback to do, I'm not sure if that's a better fit than Minnesota, for instance.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you're saying the Shanahan system. There's a lot of offenses that run that Shanahan system. You could think maybe like a McVay, heir apparent to Matthew Stafford. Well, Cincinnati doesn't need a quarterback. Who else run that system?
Packers
Packers,
run a
yeah.
version
Green
of it.
Bay. Yeah. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
they run
teams.
something. They run something like that in Houston too, but it's a little different.
Yeah.
And of course, they got Stroud.
They got their quarterback already. So
yeah. All right, Latu's the pick.
Hey, real quick, I got to do it, bro, because he who was the pick?
Latu.
Latu. I should have known better. Let me make this pick. Edge. All right. But before we get to the Rams, bro, I gotta put this up here, bro. I have to, bro. I can't not do it, bro. I'm not gonna read it. I'm just gonna put it up, and then you do what you want with it.
what's that?
All right, you ready?
Let's see it.
Oh yeah. I saw this. Yeah, you got to move him up.
Ooh, I'm the communion.
Hey, you got to move him up your board, bro.
With the juice.
You got to move him up your board, bro. I saw this the other day. Love it.
It's a must, bro. It's a must.
You got to move him up your board, bro.
I like it. I like it, man.
I like it, man. Oh, go ahead, Mo.
No. You know, he see it and get it. You know, that's the kind of defense you want to put him in. He runs all around the field. He could get after the quarterback in the pass game. Has a couple of interceptions this year. That was a major thing for me, what he's doing in the passing game. But, you know, he's shown that this year at Oklahoma as well. So, yeah, mid-round pick, Danny Stutzman.
Yeah. I think his combine numbers going to be big for him. Going to loom big for him because the tape is in the proof is in the pudding with the tape. So, all right, man. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Rams, and this is a team I think can kind of go anywhere, man. Really, outside of receiver, I think they can go anywhere. You know.
Yeah, O-line.
You know,
corner, DBs.
This might be a team that trades out of this pick, and someone comes up, gets a receiver that's still on the board, goes get your Jazon Newton, maybe a Chop Robinson, maybe top corner. Like, this is a team I really, really think trades out of this position and goes and gets their guy. Because I'm thinking, who's left for quarterback? Because the Raiders are right behind them, right? J.J. McCarthy, Jaden Daniels, and Bo Nix is left. Well, none of these teams need a quarterback outside of – so Vegas might be sitting in a sweet spot. I don't think anybody's going to jump too many spots to jump in front of them to get their guy. I mean, it's possible it's a quarterback. So, but a receiver or something like that sitting on the board, somebody might jump in front, pop and get one of them guys. So, but
got Dallas Turner, Nate Wiggins, Chop Robinson, Jazon Newton.
Then you just went past Kool-Aid, huh? Just
I thought Kool-Aid was off the board. My bad. Kool-Aid.
No,
Kool-Aid. Let me take Nate Wiggins. I'll put Kool-Aid on that. So I need y'all to keep me straight, man.
So that's what we're here for, bro.
All right, poll is up. Again, if you're just now joining us here on the Second Half Draft Show, join us on YouTube and participate. Vote in the chat for who you think each team should select. Viewer-controlled mock draft. Yeah, the Rams are an interesting bunch too, right? They clearly need to upgrade the talent on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, every level of the defense could stand to improve. And as you mentioned, they have some concerns along the offensive line. Really impressive what they did, particularly on day 3 in this last draft class. Got a lot of, guys that are playing a role. They got a couple starters and guys who have come in and made a difference on that team immediately. So I think the Rams aren't too far from rebuilding this thing. They kind of sold their soul in order to get that Super Bowl ring. And you thought, well, once the bottom falls out, it's going to be really, really tough on Los Angeles. But I don't think they're quite as far away as I had anticipated after they made those deals, right? They recouped something for Jalen. Again, they blew it up to a degree, right? They moved off of Jalen Ramsey. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, okay, well, they're going to be in the dumps, but no, they did a great job this past draft, adding young talent and making some shrewd decisions in terms of free agency, bringing guys in who fit their scheme. And they're typically a competitive team, and I think they have a chance to really get back into the hunt from a wild card perspective in the NFC in 2024.
Yeah, I thought, like you said, I thought they drafted really well. You lost all that talent. You made all those trades. You haven't had a draft pick in the first round in a long time. But
Yeah.
what they did in the later rounds, man, you got Steven Villa in the second round. You got Puka Nacua in the later round. You got Byron Young, a pass rusher. A guy I liked along the defensive line, Colby Turner, to go next to Aaron Donald. So they've drafted really well in the day 2, day 3. So now they have a first round pick. So if they continue to hit it in the draft this year, then they're right back on track, like you said.
And the pick is in. Selecting
Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Kool-Aid. Yeah, you just traded Jalen Ramsey. So you replace it with a Kool-Aid. Right now, yeah, he's my cornerback one. Just the mad skills that he possessed. Some people question his long speed, but I don't think it's a long speed issue. I just think it's technique on those deep balls because sometimes he gets stacked deep. But I think he has plenty of speed to play at the next level.
Yeah, that man's. You watch Devin Witherspoon this past or this season as it's going on, and you see how good of a player he is in terms of coming up and sticking his head in there and having no issues with laying folks out, and his ability to run and stay with his man. I think from that standpoint, I think Kool-Aid McKinstry may be the same type of player. From that standpoint, not entirely Devin Witherspoon, a different kind of guy.
No,
but
yeah,
he's a different kind of guy. Just in terms of coming up, sticking his head in there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, being feisty, getting his hands on the receiver, no fear. I love that in my corner, and I think you're getting that from him. But that the moment of truth, you got a little work to do there. But
it's okay, Mr. C. Prasky. I know you studying Bo Nix. I know you're trying to figure out your quarterback situation in Seattle. I understand. It's all good. Glad to have you.
Yes, always.
All right, man.
Always.
Who do we add to this poll for the Raiders? Obviously, we got a pair of quarterbacks.
Yes. But you should put all three of them on there, bro. Put them all on there, bro.
I got Johnny Newton on here.
Mm-hmm.
I need one more.
So you said Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, and Drazon?
D-Kid. He can't cover, bro.
You talking about?
Can't even cover a tight end?
It's shaky. It's shaky.
He's
very talented, bro. But technique wise, it doesn't exist. He takes poor angles. He's a thumper. He's a thumper, bro. Right? And I think he could be a really good special teamer. He could be solid, man. But you gotta have a plan for him. No, I'm not calling him no stud, man. I'm not calling him no stud. Nah, I can't do it, man. He's talented, bro. He's very, very talented, but doesn't play consistently.
Is he a jag?
No.
Somewhere in between.
Yeah, I think he has a chance to be a good player, bro. But it's some things he got to work on, man.
How about offensive line for the Raiders, man? They need some offensive line help.
Let's see.
Who?
Who's the next guy up? We got your boy from Washington, Fontenot.
Drew.
Yeah.
Drew, who's the next guy up?
Hold on. Let me pull the roster. Make sure I ain't just talking, bro. Oh yeah, okay, my bad. You got Mims. Barton
Mims
is a tackle. Kingsley got Guyton.
Fontenot. A lot of guys.
Let's go.
Graham Barton.
Let's go Mims. Put Mims in there.
All right, poll is up.
The poll is up. Vote. Do the right thing and vote.
D-Kid, unique frame, right? He can deliver a big hit. He certainly, I think, has the ability to make plays on the football. He just does not necessarily, play like that on a consistent basis. You just got to understand, man, it's not a throwback league anymore. You understand what I'm saying? An enforcer like that doesn't necessarily, to me, have the same value as he did maybe 15, 20 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where if you breathe on guys, you hit a guy too hard, it's a penalty. And that is the basis of his game. You know what I mean? He's not necessarily putting himself in passing lanes, causing turnovers on a consistent basis, or getting his hands on the football often enough, right? That's the reason why I don't have him as a day one guy. I think there's a few analysts that I respect. There's some analysts I respect. You know, your boy DP, for example. He actually had James Williams over Cam Kitchens. And I'm like, nah,
you can't put
on I don't think he's still on that. I don't think he's still on that. But going into the season, right? It's just his style of play is, as Drew mentioned, he's a bit of a throwback. And it just does not carry the same weight that it once did.
Yeah,
I feel that. You're looking for a particular temperament. You know what I'm saying? I understand what you're saying, kid. Yeah, I think late day 2, early day 3 is where you added James Williams.
Yeah, when I watched James Williams last season, I did like his tape, but I liked him closer to the line of scrimmage. He's not a safety. He would be like one of those linebackers at the next level, come and hit. But the issue I had on tape with him last season was he wasn't making enough tackles. You know, he's an enforcer, he's a banger, but those tackles, I know he was playing with it was a shoulder injury last year or something of that nature. So I was like, maybe this year he'll tackle better. I haven't seen too much of him this year, but from what I watched last year, I thought he was maybe a second level guy, could cover the tight end, but you don't really want him in the slot receivers or any receivers, but just in the zone, play him in the zone and let him have those anticipatory skills to kind of jump routes. But we'll see at the next level, man. He is a missile though.
He's done a better job of tackling it and ball carriers on the ground this year. I have concerns in terms of some angles that he takes and his coverage. Going backwards, as you mentioned. Mm-hmm. Going forward, he seems to be fine. I think he's been more sound in terms of assignment, but just making sure that he's actually in position to make the play. It's hit or miss in the passing game. And certainly when he's in man coverage, I don't get warm and fuzzies when he's in man coverage. I don't.
You get nervous?
Yeah, throw him in that zone.
I get
Click and close. Yeah.
Fa'utanu. Gotta pronounce that man's
name. Fa'utanu?
Right. Yeah.
I call him Fa'anu. Is that wrong?
It's too quick. It's too quick, bro.
Apparently. All right, let's check out this poll. Oh, we got a dead heat between Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix. Need somebody to break this tie.
Break the tie, man.
Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix.
Viewers definitely thinking it's quarterback here to the Raiders. Obviously, that makes a ton of sense. But who's the guy?
Do you think, is it Antonio Pierce? Do you think he remains the coach? Wasn't change the attitude?
I think they screwed the pooch not hiring Rich Bisaccia. I don't think they make that mistake again. I think if they need to do their due diligence, don't get me wrong. They need to do their due diligence. But I think if that team continues to respond the way that they responded to Antonio Pierce, it's got to be him. It's got to be him.
Trivia. What did Antonio Pierce play in the league? And who did he play for?
Oh, it's easy, bro.
Okay.
If you're over 30, you got to know that. No, D-Kid know that.
D-Kid should know that. I forgot what position he played. I know what team he played for. I could see him. I could see it. I just don't remember what position.
Oh man, for real?
I don't know, man.
If I had to guess, I'd probably guess it right.
Brian Flores is the guy, man. I don't know. Maybe.
Who?
Maybe. Brian Flores. D-Kid's mentioning Brian Flores, head coach for the Raiders.
He did a good job as head coach in Miami. Until that that debacle happened.
I don't want anything that was associated with Bill Belichick.
He might be the exception.
In Vegas. No. I understand. I agree with you. I'm just talking about in Vegas. In Vegas with the Raiders, I don't want anything that's associated with Bill Belichick. I don't want no Patriot way.
I think out of all the coaches, I think he might be the farthest away.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
You just don't want it there?
I'm just telling you.
You don't want no part of that tree, bro? You don't want
no remnants. No remnants of the Patriot way.
No leaves, no twigs, nothing, bro? Nothing from that tree.
Nothing. No acorns, nothing, bro.
All
right. The pick is in. Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels is the pick.
Takes us to Indy. All right.
Indianapolis, bro.
Who are the options here for Indy in your eyes?
Well, they don't need a quarterback. Boys definitely need another
The receiver.
receiver for show.
Another receiver.
I think the O line. I think tackle maybe. Let me pull up the roster real quick. No, they got your boy Bernhard out there. And they got no offensive line straight. They got Blake Freeland and Brandon Smith on the other side. Let me see. So let me ask this because I'm unfamiliar, right? So the Colts went ahead and released Shaq Leonard, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's because he changed his name, bro. I'm just gonna say it, right? He should have left it as
Kept that Darius.
Yeah, should have kept it Darius, bro. You know what I'm saying? You dropped a few levels when you went to Shaq, but but from what I understand, he played poorly this year, and he was still maybe coming back from the injury, or what did he tear his Achilles? What happened last year with the injury? Remember?
I don't remember exactly.
I don't remember the injury, but he was hurt, and I don't think he's all the way back this season. And they have some good young linebackers, Franklin, EJ Speed. Those boys have been balling out. So I don't think they need a linebacker. I was surprised that they cut him though, but might be more to the story than we know.
Right.
But for the Colts, man, I think corner. I think they've been looking for a cornerback for a while. I don't think they found their guy yet.
I think D Kid's right here. He just simply got outplayed by EG Speed and Zaire Franklin.
Those boys been balling.
Yeah. And then you'll see, I actually, Ben Johnson's going to be highly coveted. He's going to be highly, highly coveted. I don't know. I don't know, though. I don't know, right? He certainly needs to be interviewed, get a sense of what he's capable of or what his vision is. I just think the Raiders franchise ownership, being in Las Vegas, I think that's all very unique. Right. And I think you need a player's coach. And maybe Ben Johnson is that guy, but I think you need a player's coach to some degree. And then that might seem counterintuitive, but it was like they were in jail. It was like they were in jail with Josh McDaniels, man. I think you need somebody to allow these guys to police themselves to a degree and just go out there and play football. Play loose and relax football. Now, if you're bringing in a young quarterback, Ben Johnson may be the guy. You want someone who's going to be able to guide that particular quarterback. You want to make sure that the coaching staff is built in a particular manner. But yeah, man, I look at what they did with D'Amico Ryans here in Houston when they got their guy. It depends. It depends on who that defensive-minded head coach is in order to make that work and the selection you make as an offensive coordinator. Another guy who needs to be probably considered. I don't know about the Raiders per se, but Eric Bieniemy and Mr. C. Prasky just mentioned it. Eric Bieniemy needs to be in the conversation as well.
I agree. Yeah. Yep.
All right. For the Colts, I got Roma Dunze, Keon Coleman, Nate Wiggins. Who else? Are we thinking Chop, Johnny Newton, Dallas Turner? Who else comes to mind?
So for the D line, you got Buckner. You got
Tuna.
Let's see.
They can use an edge.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out which edge fits them
better.
More. Yeah, I'll Chop for Dallas Turner.
Let me see. Edge?
I'll probably throw Chop up there.
Yeah, I would go Chop over Dallas. I think Dallas Turner, you do want to get a little cute with him at times because he can do it. So let's not waste his talent. Let's go with Chop.
All right. Polls up.
So why is Rome Odunze better than Keon Coleman?
Oh man, you just gotta check out that
video.
Check out that video on the channel.
Check out the video. We're not gonna just no
man, Rome just makes it look so easy. Like everything he does, it's that late separation for him. Keon Coleman wins above the rim. I think better than Rome Odunze, but that late separation when Pettis just throws him the ball and he just separates ever so slightly, back shoulder, and the route running. He's a better route running than Keon Coleman as well. So I think just more polished receiver.
And I think too, when you I think every offense has to have that, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the stud, the alpha receiver, but just makes things easier for your quarterback, right? Especially when you're a bigger guy, a guy who can show that the quarterback his numbers. Sometimes that's in your tight end, right? For some teams, but I think you have to have that guy. And right now, would you say the Colts have that guy? Right, Downs is who's a good receiver, but he's a smaller guy. Alec Pierce. Y'all was hating on him. Y'all said he's a one-trick pony. And
Because
you got
he
my.
is.
Bro, for us just putting receivers on there is because of Alex Pierce. It's not
No, you're
Pittman
right.
or Downs.
Yeah.
You're
It's
right.
we're trying to replace Alex Pierce.
Yeah. Plus, I think Pittman has a contract
Yeah.
that's set to expire here as well.
Yeah.
I think they bring him back. I think they bring Pittman back.
So I don't think Brian Thomas is being overlooked. I just think that the way he's used at LSU, you don't see the full gambit with him, right? Because a lot of his stuff is out of the slot. He's running that slot fade. He's able to separate, right? So if you saw him, I think if we got another season of him without Neighbors on the squiddy, you might be able to see Brian Thomas be that full receiver in terms of offering you everything that you want. But right now, I don't think he's overlooked. He's just has a lot of receivers, bro. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's deep. The class is deep, bro.
Yeah. It is deep. He's gonna be one of them day 2 guys, second, third round. And it's a lot of them.
Listen, he messed around and killed the combine though. He might be that one guy that slip in, right? I don't think it'll happen, but
All right. The pick is in, and Rome Odunze is the selection. I think this is a home run pick for Indy, bro.
I agree.
All right, midway point. Cincy or Denver, excuse me.
Denver. Yeah, I got you. You got the Denver Broncos. Russ is out there cooking. No more hot dogs and Cheerios. Cooking a little bit of It's not quite. What's that?
It ain't no flamin' though.
Nah, it ain't no flamin'. It ain't no Thanksgiving dinner. It's nothing like that. It's a regular Tuesday night. That's what he's doing. It's a regular Tuesday night.
Taco Tuesday, bro.
That's what he's doing.
Well, but what I'm saying? Daniel, help me out, man. Why does everybody love Johnny Wilson, bro?
The size, man. 6'7".
But he doesn't play. He doesn't play up to his size, though.
And he be dropping footballs, bro.
Yeah, he can't. He don't know how to position his hands all the time, man.
That's why they above the other hand. A lot of people are pegging him to be a tight end. Can he block?
No.
I think FSU's receivers do a pretty good job. But he's not an inline blocker.
Yeah, they put him as tight end. He's not going to be blocking. He's going to be one of those Evan Ingram type tight ends.
Okay. So we talking what, third round, fourth round, fam? Fourth round?
I don't know. I can't pinpoint it, man.
Depends on what that combine look like.
Yeah, it probably does.
I don't think he runs. Does he run fast?
I don't think so.
No.
High 4.5 maybe.
Okay.
If he run 4.6 or later, they moving him to tight end. You got to get in that 4.5 range.
Oh man, he got some work to do. All right, Broncos. We're not going quarterback, right? We're gonna roll with we're gonna let Russ cook. Okay, so it's edge. So you got to put your boy out there. Dallas.
Put Turner in there. Turner and Chop.
Yeah, put them both out there. Let me see. Could we go interior D line? I think we talked about this before. I think y'all boys said the interior D line for the Broncos is solid, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I think you're making that up.
Yes, the other way around. The edge is pretty good with Bonito and Jonathan Cooper, Browning. They have some pretty good edge guys. So maybe not put both edges in there.
I said that last week. My bad. Yeah. That was me that said that. So
the interior guy in there.
So then Jerzon Newton got to be on there.
Yeah.
I like Trevondre Sweat.
I think
for them.
I think you could put a receiver on here. I think you could put Keon Coleman on here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
Third receiver, because we don't expect Judy. We think Judy's the odd man out over there.
He is the odd
Sutton
man
and
out.
Mims.
All right, polls up for Denver. Yeah, D-Kid. Yeah, Chop. Not Chop, but Dorless. We're going to have to add Dorless to these polls here soon.
Mm-hmm. It's time. Braylon Trice, power edge. You just don't like him in space. That's the thing with Trice right now. Him in space. I love him coming forward. They run a lot of stunts and games up front with him. Could rush from the interior. Big physical. It's just when he's in space, he doesn't look comfortable out there.
Contain the damn edge, man.
Yeah, that's Drew's frustration.
Come on, bro.
Trice. That's your primary responsibility.
Right.
That can't happen.
It's ridiculous, bro. Unacceptable. Especially when he's basically in the position and then he just takes.
Trying to make a play. Johnny Newton is the pick.
Yeah, get Johnny off the board.
Yeah, that's a beast, man. That's a man out there. I know I liked his partner Randolph the beginning of the season, but it looks like Illinois is allowing both of those guys, especially Newton, to kind of stop the one gap and just let him go eat, man. And you see it game in, game out. He's another line of scrimmage discriminator, but he's also a penetrator, right? So pause.
Just one round, D Kid. Just one round. We'll get another viewer mock draft when the calendar turns, and we'll go 2 rounds deep in that one. Pause.
All right. Next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals.
So
you got to put a Keon Coleman on there.
Yep. T. Higgins contract.
Tyler Boyd contract. People forget both those guys both of their contracts are expiring.
So receiver is a must. Where you at?
Okay, interior O line.
I think we gotta put a boy from Washington on there, Troy.
Yeah, he can play interior for them.
Fatuna.
So I said the first time, bro.
Nah, that's not what you said, bro.
That's not what I said?
No, bro.
That's what I said, bro. You know how I know? You know how I know I said it? Because I was there when I said it, bro.
I'm probably pronouncing it wrong anyway, bro.
Fa-U-Ta-Nu.
Okay, I can't. I'm not.
Why can't we just call him Fatanu, bro? Like
that's not the bad name, bro.
We trying to keep it simple.
Thing. I'm just saying it faster. It's the same thing.
Fa-U. Is it you?
Fa-U-Ta-Nu. Hey, next week we gonna go right back to Fa-Nu. Just gonna tell you just gotta be here with the phonetics, and we'll work through it.
Creole.
That's your boy. Kamara.
A-Chain, man. A-Chain.
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 Clearly A-Chain, bro. A-Chain.
Fa-U-Ta-Nu.
I got Keon Coleman. Fa-U-Ta-Nu.
Another one. That's a different
Graham Barton. Hey, man. Fa-U-Ta-Nu. I like that one.
Fa-U-Ta-Nu. I think I like that one better.
Yeah. Nah, we appreciate it, Mr. Super. We're going to get it right at some point. At some point, we'll get it right.
We work through these names every year. We do this every year, man.
For Cincinnati?
Do I put Mims on here too?
What was the 3? You said
Keon Coleman, Fa-U-Ta-Nu, Grant
Barton. Here's who replaced Jonah Williams.
They have issues in the interior of the offensive line as well. Left guard's a problem, bro.
You want to go Donovan Jackson?
No, it's too soon.
I don't think. I think it's too soon.
All right, so no, my bad.
I think the 2 guys, offensive linemen we have here could end up playing guard. Though.
Yeah, guard. Yeah. Cooper Beebe in that boy too. So Cooper in there.
It's a system with Beebe.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad.
You can put Marius Mims. What's going on?
Yeah, Mims could fit that system. Yeah.
All right. Poll is up for Cincinnati.
All right. Cincinnati is did I mishear this? Joe Burrow is gonna be out for some time, or
Yeah, it
No.
might be season.
It's probably the season, bro.
so
Probably
this
Cincinnati's
season?
done, bro. Stick a
So this-
fork in
Yeah,
them, bro.
they done. They done.
Stick a fork in them, bro.
They done.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's
And
like
you
Baltimore
have
division.
you have to protect your quarterback, bro. You have to protect your quarterback.
You mean Jake Browning ain't gonna get it done, bro?
I don't think so.
Okay, just checking.
Maybe if John Ross was out there, maybe.
Oh,
Maybe they get it done.
if Montez Perfect was out there, you know what I mean? It might be all right. That's the guy who
Yeah, you might as well just put a Ocho out there, Corey
Put
Dillon, you know what I'm saying?
TJ
Rudy Johnson.
Husmanzada.
yeah.
Get a Rudy Johnson going. Will
late-
Anderson. That's who shore up the offensive line.
Hall of
Will
Famer right
Anderson.
there.
Yeah, that would show up those. The late great Chris Henry. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
What's his name? Munoz? Tony Munoz?
Anthony Munoz.
Anthony Munoz? Yeah, Tony Munoz. Throw him out there, man.
Oh man.
Need somebody to break this tie. We have a three-way tie currently. Keon Coleman, Fa'utanu, and Demarius Mims.
Dylan was a Husky.
That's true.
Too.
That's true. Corey Dillon was a Husky.
Man,
Some good Huskies from back in the day, man.
where?
You had your boy Loyal Malloy doing his thing.
Who's the greatest Husky
Yeah.
though?
The greatest Husky?
Yeah, bro.
Napoleon Kaufman, bro. I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
Napoleon.
That was a baller, though. That was a baller.
Napoleon Kaufman.
Yeah, man.
I think it's gonna be
I
Keon Coleman.
I remember that was around that time. It's around that time where you had Troy Davis at Iowa State.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I was a big fan of? He went into ministry. I think Kaufman went into ministry, but Byron Hanspar. Hanspar, bro. That was Hanspar, bro. That was my guy. Yeah, I think he ended up in Atlanta, but he played for Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Hanspar.
Hanspar, bro. Yeah, my Biaka Batukas before that, you know what I'm saying?
Michigan.
Mm-hmm. Steve Eatman. Yeah. That's a big time one. All right, Keon Coleman is the pick.
Ooh, I like that, man. Chasing Coleman.
Yeah.
Still can't
sexy.
protect. Still can't protect, bro.
We'll figure it out, bro.
I'll figure it out.
Nah, you haven't.
Figure it out.
Still trying to figure it out, bro. Like I get it. You're in a unique position. You have to address the receiver room. But I think if I'm Cincinnati, I'm taking advantage of the depth there. Right? We made the decision we did a couple seasons ago. We live with it. Jamar Chase is phenomenal. We didn't go Penei Sewell. We went Jamar Chase. This time around, do the right thing. Get that offensive line right. Protect Burrow. Burrow's had too many injuries, been hit too much, bro. That has to come to an end. And now he has the big money. You gave him the big money, and you're not gonna protect him.
So here's the thing. So for Cincinnati though, it's not a lack. Because sometimes you watch you look at these teams and year out, you're like, bro, they just refuse to fix this issue, right? At least for last year, going into this year, it wasn't from a lack of trying, right? When you bring in an Alex Cappa, right? You draft a Cordell Volson and you bring in an Orlando Brown, right? So it's not a lack of trying, just hasn't worked out for whatever reason. Just hasn't worked out, right? So, but yeah, I'm with you. But we're going sexy, bro. What you talking about?
All right. Who we got for Buffalo?
So Bill's Arletric earlier, he was talking about receiver is what he was saying.
Throw a receiver up there.
Yeah. Although the receivers are going kind of
like the top four guys. You know who I like? I like Nate Wiggins in this defense. We talked about finding a good system for Nate Wiggins, where he can keep everything in front of him. Sean McDermott, he run a lot of zone, so I like Nate Wiggins for the fit in Buffalo.
What do you think about edge though for this team, bro? Like,
Von Miller is.
You got Epinesa.
Epinesa. Well. That's the guy I like over there. But
Rousseau,
other than Edge,
I've always felt Russo is
Interior.
more of an interior guy. I don't know that he
Yeah.
has the weight necessarily, but he certainly has the frame for it. Von
No, they
Miller,
definitely need the
older
edge.
injuries. Leonard Floyd, 1-year deal. I think edge needs to be part of the conversation too.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree. Definitely need the edge. Edge, corner, offensive line.
What we got at edge available, Drew?
Sorry, I'm looking for Bills are electric.
Burley Trice.
Yeah, Dallas Turner.
Oh, Dallas
Chop.
Turner. Oh, a lot of edges on the board.
Yeah, you
Wow.
got edges galore, man.
Yeah, we need some
Put
edges come
Turner
off the
and
board.
Chop on there. And we want to add a receiver.
Yeah, and we could do Nate Wiggins too.
I got Nate Wiggins. So next receiver would be.
I
think I've seen Franklin, Xavier Leggett,
AD Mitchell.
AD Mitchell.
Adonai. You're right. Adonai Mitchell.
AD.
No, it ain't AD no more.
Oh, Adonai. Yeah.
Adonai.
He said not to call him that, right? Is that what he said?
Exactly. Yep. Okay. Adonai Mitchell.
All right.
Troy Franklin.
Oh. Poll is up. I just went with Mitchell. Let's do it.
So this year, I guess we're playing the clown music every time Josh Allen dropped back. I know when Josh Allen had first came into the league, Juice would play the clown music when he would drop back, and you would get the bad Josh Allen, which is a guy who's holding on to the ball too long, is not seeing it down the field, who would throw, just dumb passes, bro, stuff that just don't make sense. You thought Brian Dable getting a hold of him these past couple of years kind of turned it around. We thought he turned the corner, and we're kind of wondering maybe he turned the corner, but Dable's not there, and you kind of see the chinks in the armor. You're starting to turn the clown music back on every snap, and he's just making bad decisions. And your boy Diggs is talking about he gonna be up out, or his brother saying he gonna be up out because he's not getting him the football, and so it's not good over there in Buffalo, man. Talking about Sean McDermott might be up out of there, which if he's out, somebody's gonna hire him immediately. He gonna get one of them vacant jobs.
I just think they've been underachieving. I'm not so sure if McDermott is going to absolutely get a job.
He shouldn't. I think he would. You don't think so? I
don't know. I said I don't know. I wouldn't say he's one of those guys that he's on the must-have list right now because they're underachieving every year. They've had a talented defense. You got one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and every year you can't get past that hurdle. You get to the AFC Championship game. You can't get there. You can't get to the Super Bowl. So
it's the way you've lost too. It's the way you lost. I think had it not to cut you off, but I think
I know where you're going.
They lose. It's the way they lose. Go ahead. Please finish.
I know where you're going. You're the Buffalo Bills. The cold weather, the playoff time, and you're getting pass happy. You're not running the football. You can't stop the run. You're not going to win in the playoffs if you can't run the football. You can't stop the run every year, no matter what quarterback you have, no matter if your defense is the number one defense in the regular season. So they're just regular season champs right now, as far as I'm concerned, man. I'm sorry, Bills are electric too, man. I apologize to you, bro.
I'd like to hear his take on this. What is it?
Dallas Turner.
The music be cutting you off, bro.
Does it?
Yeah. I don't want to hear you speak.
I like the Dallas Turner fit. I think he's you would say he's a better in the run game than Chot Robinson. You agree with that, Drew?
Yeah.
So just a big physical guy that can help you in the run and the pass game, and he's having a really good season this year.
Yeah, and I think he has some ability to drop back if you want to get cute, back in the coverage, back into the lanes. He moves well doing that, but again, you want him coming off the edge, and we've said it, the past couple of weeks where he's kind of turning the corner in terms of having more moves, right, instead of just doing the bull rush thing. So he's coming into his own, but he's got his partner on the other side, and Chris, is it Bramswell? That's also coming on as well. And yeah, so all right, next up we got the New Orleans Saints. And this is a team who the boys are old, bro. But yeah, you got to throw Chop up there immediately. The boys going to need a receiver because Michael Thomas is hurt again. Surprise.
Yeah, he done. He done.
Yeah, I think his career is probably over, and I don't know that anybody's
You
gonna.
don't want to play football, bro.
No, you
You
facts.
don't want to play, bro.
He's like, I can get paid, and I can get paid.
It ain't no Drew Brees throwing me slants no more,
Yeah.
bro. I'm out of here, bro.
Yeah,
I don't want to play no more.
Yeah.
At least we get to see some A.T. Perry. We get to see what A.T. Perry got, man. You know, a guy we like coming into our last year's class.
This is true. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw Bo Nix up on this one.
Okay.
Quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Ibuka. Let's go with Emeka Ibuka.
Okay.
Pair him up with Olave, as the kid mentioned. I need one more. I got Chop, Bo Nix, and Ibuka. Is this a JT?
Yeah, I think
JT?
we mocked JT here. You can throw JT out there.
Yeah, the Saints kind of in that. When you talk about the Falcons, you talk about the Bucks, and you talk about the Saints, it kind of sucks because they're in a division where everybody's going to be jumbled up probably till the last game of the season.
He ran from Derek Brown. He ran into the locker room when Derek Brown tried to confront him.
He talk a lot, man.
Yeah, but then he want to throw a brick at somebody who was just working. Somebody was working the lawn or something like that, man. You're just chirping with that high pitched voice.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, bro. You can't really be talking when your voice is squeaky high pitched, bro. You might just say less, bro. Say less.
Say less.
Say less, bro.
That's what we should call him.
All right, the poll's up.
How many good seasons Michael Thomas had, bro?
He had at least 3.
Let me check these stats, bro.
Michael Thomas had numbers, bro.
Yeah, he was balling.
Yeah, I'm gonna disrespect him though. As a Bucks fan, I'm gonna disrespect him, bro.
I think he had like 4 or 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah, he was doing his thing.
3 or 4, 100 plus grabs.
I'm gonna check it. So 2016 had 1,100 yards. 2017, 1,200. 2018, 1,400. 2019, 17. He had 149 catches.
His first 4 years of his career.
First 4 years.
Yeah. And then Enron happened.
4 Ds over the last 3 years. Fewer than 100 grabs over the last 3 years.
All that was injuries.
Yeah. A lot of that was injuries. And then certainly his receiving yardage total, 448 this year. I think that's where it ends. So, yeah, man.
One touchdown.
From Michael Thomas. I think we've seen the best from Michael Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
You said that boy talked like a senator? He talked like a senator. What senator? Which one?
Who out there?
Say who out there?
Mitch? Is Mitch out there? Let's vote, man.
Yeah, let's vote. Talk to him, D-Kid. Talk to him. They lurking, man, but they're not voting. All right, we got a tie. We got a tie currently between Chop Robinson and Bo Nix. Need someone to break that tie.
Bro, you know what they call people who be watching in the shadows, bro?
What they call them?
Call them ninjas, bro. The ninja watchers, bro. In the shadows, bro. Watching, bro. Not saying nothing, man.
I'm with you, Timothy. I have long since given up on Derek Carr. I don't really understand why you would bring Derek Carr in, tether yourself to him for at least one more season, perhaps 2. Right. When you already have cap issues in New Orleans, you might as well throw Jameis out there, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna get the ball down the field.
Exactly. If nothing else, Jameis will push the football down the field. There will be INTs. You know, there's no getting around that. But at the very least, you're gonna have to respect the vertical passing game with Jameis. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, open up the running lanes for Kamara and the boys.
Yeah.
You know, it makes sense to throw them out there. Risk adverse.
And it's like, what do you have to lose, man? You got a bunch of guaranteed money. You know what I'm saying? You're handsomely paid as a quarterback. I don't understand why he's so risk averse at this point. And I frankly, I don't think he's been the same since he got hurt. He led that Raiders team to a playoff berth, several years back. And of course, he didn't play in that game. He was injured. I think Connor Cook started that game. He just hasn't been the same.
Madden 06? Who was on that cover, bro?
Hey.
It was Vic, then Ray Lewis.
Hey, man, I respect
Who's
it, though.
06 again?
I'm not even mad at it.
Madden 06.
Was that 06? Was that McNabb?
McNabb, maybe.
No. Was it McNabb?
I don't know.
What about Sean Alexander?
I think that's way back.
Yeah, no, that's
further back.
That's further back. Yeah.
Oh, man, listen, man, that's a long time ago, man.
It's McNabb.
McNabb, you had it.
Right.
Yeah,
cool. I appreciate it, man. That low music. You must be on those mini games, those mini camps. Must be on the mini camps, man.
Bro. That's where they went wrong. Pulled the mini camps out, got into the Madden cards, and
oh yeah, that's when it went crazy. The Madden cards, I had to pull out.
Got to pause. You got to
Yeah.
gamble.
Oh man.
The pick is in.
Bo Nix is the pick.
Big Bo, New Orleans.
All right.
I mean, what I'm really excited about, bro, when this college roll back around.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
NCAA.
Yeah,
we're running dynasty out here, man.
They got to get that right.
And whoever wants in, let us know, man. We're gonna be hosting a dynasty league.
Recruiting.
Got a crew, man.
You got to suspend players, and you feel me?
Some sanctions.
The sanctions, bro, come and get you.
That's transfer portal.
They gotta exactly. They gotta add the portal, bro. They gotta add the NIL.
Crazy.
Add the NIL
money. Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
I like it, man. Yeah.
All right, Vikings. All right, so last time with the Vikings, with the last draft we had, we said we were bringing back Kirk Cousins. So are we bringing back Kirk Cousins? If we're not, it's immediately got to be quarterback for this team. So JJ McCarthy goes on the board.
I think you bring back Cousins.
I see them boys took down Shador, took him off here, rightfully so. Let's see. These boys
got to go
corner.
Chop got to go on there.
Be there.
Nate Wiggins.
Got Nate Wiggins, Kalen King, Cooper, Dijon. And then D-line in general.
Your boy Harrison Smith can't play forever, so Cooper. I know Cooper got the injury, but
all right.
Go with Cooper there.
Yeah, we go Cooper there. So he got some.
I got McCarthy, Chop, Nate Wiggins, and Cooper Dijon.
But it depends how you feel about Lewis Seen. I know they drafted him. He might be the heir apparent of Harrison Smith.
Maybe.
I know that was your guy, Drew.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
That was my guy.
See, my guy, Booth. Booth's starting to come around, bro. Getting healthy, coming around.
So my Andrew Booth?
Yeah, man.
Clemson?
Yeah. All right, so if you want to take Cooper off, who do we replace him with?
But Cooper can get on there, though, because he's versatile. We don't got to just stick him at safety.
All right. Poll is up. Minnesota. Timeline for Cousins' injury. I am not certain. You guys have any insight on the Cousins' injury? He should be. He should be back for next year, and that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I think
so. Don't expect him to miss any time going into next season.
He'll be back week 1.
I'm looking. I'm not sure.
Was it a knee injury?
No, it's Achilles.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he may not be ready for start of the season. So,
I think that's probably the reason why he won't be back.
Because of the injury.
Yeah,
and they won't be able to run him through everything.
You're gonna have to fully guarantee his contract, right?
You know how that goes.
And he's coming off of an injury, an Achilles injury,
yeah.
And as well as Kirk Cousins was playing, you haven't won anything with Kirk Cousins.
Nah. What we thinking about Josh Dobbs? Where do you think he end up? Think he'd be a starter next season somewhere?
I think there's a chance that he starts week 1 next year. I'm not sure if he starts the full 17 games, but I think he could certainly
Yeah,
I need
after
Jefferson.
the bye.
I need Jefferson to come back from my damn fantasy team, man. He tripping.
Yeah, he'll be back after the bye. I think week 14.
Yeah.
After
Bro,
the bye, he'll be back.
Did you see his tweet?
Yeah. That's
Oh, okay, just making sure you seen it, bro. Give a
I
damn
didn't
about
add
some
him.
fantasy
I didn't
team.
add him.
Oh, you didn't add him? Oh, you were just standing in your head, bro.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, bro.
He'll be right in time for the playoffs, man.
Yeah, I gotta get in that, boy.
Oh, you gotta get in. Oh, yeah.
Gotta get in, man.
Gotta get in there.
These damn LSU receivers, bro. Chase cost me last year.
Hurt.
Jefferson hurt this year.
Let's go.
Stay healthy.
Hey, real quick, while we're waiting on this pick, you see the I don't know what we call it, but you see the graphic. That's what I'm gonna call it. 2 times your deposit, promo code CPGM underdog fantasy. Your boy Drew over here is doing some things. One of them I hit. I didn't even know I hit, bro. I kind of put it down for about 2 weeks.
Lost track of it,
Put it down for 2 weeks and said, "No, I'm straight. Bucks on a bye. I didn't pay attention as much." I came back in. I said, "Oh, wait a minute. Wait, I hit. I came back, see what I hit because I started playing with the lowers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Playing with those, and I hit some. I hit some this past week, but I also missed something this past week because guys get injured on the first carry and
them injuries
them injuries. Man. I got some season longs. Look like I got a good
season longs looking good. Season longs looking good.
I didn't season longs. I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball on the season long.
I need Pickens to catch 2 more TDs.
2 more. Yeah.
And I need Dotson to catch 1 more TD, and I hit.
Yeah. You're gonna get the Dotson one, the Pickens one. You should get. You should get.
That Kenny Pickett.
Nah, they ain't no Kenny Pickett. You see your boy Matt Canada. He out of there.
Yeah, he out of there. Hopefully, that'll boost him up a little bit.
Yeah.
So to Drew's point regarding Underdog Fantasy, check the description. All right, you want to use our promo link and our promo code CPGM. So definitely take advantage of that. 2x up to $100. Mr. C. Prasky, we went Marvin Harrison Jr. and Olu Fashanu.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we're doing the right thing. Doing the right thing for Justin Fields.
Was it Fashanu?
It was Fashanu.
Who did we take with Arizona, man? My short-term memory is killing me.
Oh, that was Fashanu.
Oh, yeah.
Harrison Jr. Oh, there you go.
All right. We got a deadlock here. JJ McCarthy and Cooper DeJean. Need someone to break that tie.
Hey, man, 10 people watching. Somebody get in there and just vote. Just dart on the board. Nah, do the right thing, man.
Do the right thing, man.
Do the right thing. Come on. Let's see.
Yeah, so Bo Nix went 1 pick ahead of Minnesota. This is where I would consider Bo Nix, assuming May, Williams, Penix, Jane Daniels are all off the board. This is the selection where I would legitimately consider Bo Nix. I certainly understand it to New Orleans as well. I just don't know that the system and the infrastructure is in place for Bo Nix to really thrive in New Orleans, right? I think system is important. Supporting cast, obviously, very important for any quarterback, but I think it's going to be particularly significant with Bo Nix. I'd like to see him in more of a West Coast type of offense with some established weapons already in place. I think what Kevin O'Connell does as a coach in terms of putting his quarterback and receivers in a position, tight end in a position to be successful, I think actually would work really well. So I'm not a big proponent of Bo Nix in the first round, but I think if here 20th overall to Minnesota, I would definitely consider it.
So I just thought about something because I see Timothy said Cooper's a steal at this point. I don't know if he's a steal for this system. I just thought about that because that's Brian Flores running that cover 0 man to man.
You want to play man,
right? Man. Now, if he ain't there, I don't know what happens with the defense.
But I think it's a safety. I think it's a safety though. He
might be okay.
Fine. I think he'll be fine as a safety. Yeah. But
DK said he changed it to.
I'm playing him at the boundary at corner. I need him in a cover 3.
Right. DK said he want to change his pick, man.
You going with Cooper?
Yeah, you're going with Cooper, which would.
All right, man. Let's do it. Let's go with Cooper.
Cooper DeShaw. Where you at, Cooper?
Yeah, I kind of like the Mississippi Pricey. I kind of thought so too, with Danielle Hunter maybe being on the move. Arizona.
All right, so with that first pick, we did go Olu with the second pick overall. We wanted Marvin Harrison Jr., but
So we can throw a receiver up there.
What's the receivers looking
We can
like?
throw a chop up there.
You gotta throw a chop. You gotta Adonai Mitchell,
Leggett.
a Leggett. So if you looked at these guys, so when you look at a Troy Franklin, excuse me, a Leggett, Adonai Mitchell, and let's throw let me see, let me roll down. Yeah, let's
Jay Wiggins.
You said Jay Wiggins.
Nate Wiggins.
Oh, Nate Wiggins.
Yeah, I put Nate Wiggins on here.
When you think about those three receivers, right? Adonai Mitchell, Leggett, and Franklin, who would you take as your number one receiver?
If I'm looking for an X,
Right.
Probably Xavier Leggett,
Okay.
big physical. Adonai Mitchell and Troy Franklin. I think they're similar in a way. They're vertical guys, can get deep. I think they have underrated route running ability. They actually might be better route runners than a Xavier Leggett, but Leggett's just big, fast, and physical, man. So I'm leaning that way.
And then Worthy, Daniel C said Worthy. Smaller guy. He's got
Not the Hollywood.
and he's got to be able to. He got to catch the football, man. Be dropping
Just like
passes.
Hollywood. Hollywood Brown.
I don't think he's as bad as Hollywood, but he got to catch the football, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mitchell's more polished, in my opinion. More polished in terms of those three receivers.
Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about.
Saying? Okay.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that, Timothy.
Yeah.
Underrated route runner, separate, deep ball ability, score can get.
Dickhead Wallace.
Is Restrepo a senior? What is he?
Yeah, I think he is a senior.
He's a senior.
Yeah, he need to
Next,
go.
Next Braxton Berrios right there, bro.
Berrios is better than Restrepo.
I know.
All right, the poll is up. But Xavier Leggett jumped out early with that big X.
That big X over there.
Yeah.
Physical.
Yeah, they could stand to go to this position early and often. I think day one, and then certainly day two again. Although, we like what Michael Wilson has to offer, like Trey McBride. Now he's getting his opportunity. So let's add pieces around Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying?
Wilson got to stay healthy, man.
That's the question mark with him, and that's the reason why I say.
Yeah.
But that's the reason why I say you got to go back to the well more than once at the receiver position because of his injury history. Yeah. All right, pick is in. Xavier Leggett is the pick.
I like Kyler Murray, man.
Yeah, man, you got to ride Kyler, man. You got to ride Kyler.
You said Leggett?
Yep.
Xavier.
Get it. Get it.
All right, the Seahawks are on the clock.
Mississippi Prasky.
What you saying?
What's the word? I'll just go ahead and add Chop. I mean, it's obligatory at this point to add Chop Robinson.
Let's get Chop off the board, man.
You out here falling.
Seattle could use him.
Who else?
You throw a quarterback up there.
Got JJ out there.
All right.
Let me look at this roster.
They can use a guard.
Let's see. They got Damian Lewis. They got your boy. They got Juice's guy. McClendon Curtis with the two last names.
Mm-hmm.
We got Olu as the center.
You seen they benched on Rick Woolen?
They benched him? Nah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, all available, Drew.
Tackling issues.
All available.
I'm sorry, I was looking at their roster. What?
So that boy ain't tackling out there.
Yeah, that gets you benched real quick. Well, when on the other side you got a guy who's crazy, and my guy, forgot my guy's name, bro.
Who, Witherspoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tackling. That guy's tackling. You can throw another edge up there.
Let's see, edge.
Interior D line. Leonard Williams out there now.
How about Dorless?
Yeah, Dorless. Let's throw Dorless in there.
It should be a Dorless pick, bro, simply because he's from Oregon.
He could. He's versatile.
Mm-hmm.
You know they like their West Coast guys.
Yeah, man.
All right, I got Chop, JJ McCarthy, Brandon Dorless, and Tavondre Sweat.
Big boy.
It's crazy how Chop just falling, bro. The disrespect.
I don't like him.
You don't like Dorless, man. You got to learn to love Dorless, though. You can hate Oregon, but you got to learn to love Dorless.
So you hate Oregon. Gotta love you some Dorless, man.
All right, poll is up.
Poll is up. So yeah, that's probably the biggest faller right now. Not everybody on the board, obviously. What would you say are the deepest positions in this draft so far?
Well, what's left on the board? You talking about?
No, just in general. Just in general.
I think we always say wide receivers is pretty deep. Offensive tackle. That's another position that's pretty deep. I like a.
Say quarterback. I was gonna say quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback. Yeah, we said quarterback, offensive tackle, and wide receivers are probably the three deep positions.
What would you say about safety?
I was just about to mention that. I like a lot of safeties in this class. I don't know how early they're gonna go. Who's gonna be the first safety off the board? But there's a lot of quality safeties, man, as well. I expect a lot of them to probably go like day 2.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, nobody's gonna fly off the board come day 2.
Cole Bishops of the world, Bullards, Kalen Bullock, Newbin. I think Cam Kitchens could probably get in first round.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's combine.
Rob Moore from Michigan.
Yep.
I'm waiting for my boy Jaden Hicks to come out. I guess he's not coming out this season. He's a redshirt sophomore.
Jaden Hicks.
Malachi Moore's playing a lot better. They go Jaden Hicks there right there.
They go right there. Yeah. Yeah.
Got what? Jalen Simpson from Auburn. I was watching those Auburn DBs. 2 of the corners going to the Senior Bowl. So I was watching some of those guys. There you go, Catalon right there.
But I fell off, bro.
Banger.
Just gotta stay healthy.
I seen a little who's on Twitter, the boy from Oklahoma, Billy Bowman.
Billy Bowman, yeah.
Got a 3-way tie here. Chop Robinson, JJ McCarthy, and Brandon Dorless. He's a tiebreaker here.
Tiebreaker? Let's let the Seahawks fan make the pick. I already know what the pick gonna be.
Let's see it. It's a C. Prasky, man. Make the pick.
It's gonna be JJ, man.
Quarterback. Yeah, he said I really want Sweat, but not this early. Yeah, those big guys in the interior, you always wonder, how far they're going to fall but Sweat's a little different because he could kind of rush the passer for being so big.
Right.
We see Mazza Smith go in the first round, and I think Sweat probably had better tape getting after the passer than Sweat.
I'd agree.
That Mazza Smith. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Mr. Seabrasky said Sweat, man, but he don't have any votes.
Sweat don't got no votes.
It's got to be one of the 3 guys who got votes. Robinson, McCarthy, or Dorless.
Robinson, McCarthy, or Dorless.
Y'all want to weigh on this particular comment here from Daniel C?
What happened?
What Taylor are you talking about?
So Leonard Taylor?
I'm sure it's
Oh,
Leonard.
for the U.
Yeah.
How
All
far
right,
is
JJ McCarthy is the pick. JJ McCarthy is the pick.
All right.
For one, Taylor got to stay healthy. For one, he said JJ is the pick. I liked Leonard Taylor coming into the season. I thought,
Yeah, me too.
he could possibly be D tackle one. But when I watched the tape before going into the season, the boy was missing the action a lot in terms of their rotation for the U. He didn't play a lot, so I was just wondering, like, yo, Juice, is this guy, is he not in shape, bro? Like, what's up? Juice was like, nah, that's just the rotation they run with him. And I think he did get hurt last year, right? At some point. If I'm
Yeah, I
not
think he missed a
mistaken.
little bit of time. A little bit
of
not,
time.
not a major time. I think he missed some time, yeah.
And I
He's
haven't
hurt
watched.
again.
Oh,
He's hurt again.
Okay, well, there we
Yeah,
go.
he got hurt in the FSU game. I think Taylor is really talented. I think what they ask him to do at Miami perhaps kind of depresses his value to a certain degree. So there is a bit of a projection there, right? I think he needs to be more dominant. I think he's played more snaps this year, but I want to see more dominance out of him. Of course, when you're two gapping, when you're trying to hold up at the point of attack, they often line him up as a zero directly over the center. He's facing a lot of double teams, whatever the case may be. So you can't always see his full repertoire, but I still expect a guy like that to make more plays. I expect him to make more plays, and you got true freshman Ruben Bain out there outplaying you.
Right,
Bain's out there outplaying you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know that he's hurt himself, but he certainly hasn't helped himself this year. You understand what I'm saying? So it's going to depend. It's going to depend. I personally, I would like to see him in an even man front, and even if you are playing a one technique with him, you still got to be concerned with the three technique. When he's in an odd man front, I think you lose something. I think you lose something there. People will say that he's very scheme versatile. I'm a big proponent of put the guy in position to be successful
immediately.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. You know what I mean? So absolutely, I think Taylor is talented enough to be a first round player, but he hasn't played that way, in my opinion. Not this year.
All right, man. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, 23rd overall pick, I think we could stand to go receiver. I think we could stand to go corner. Although Headley was burying Patrick P.
Nah, they still do the corner.
Um,
Can't play forever.
No, you can't play forever. Let me see. Boy, Keanu Benton out there having a good season.
I heard rumblings about this coming into the season, Mr. Brasky. I heard rumblings about this. But I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know, because I imagine Tyler Lockett would be on his way out, right?
They would have to get a draft another receiver.
Yeah, they'd have to.
If they move off from Metcalf, and this might be the draft to do it too. It's a lot of guys.
All right, I need selections. I got Amarius Mims and Nate Wiggins right now.
Is that a move up from the
Is Mims still available? Correct.
Yeah, he's still there. You good, bro?
Another Georgia offensive tackle, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a later first round selection. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I'm not the biggest DK Metcalf fan. I think the battery of Metcalf and JSN is really potent, and we've seen what Lockett and Metcalf have been able to do. I think that's good. I think I've never really liked the way they've used Noah Fant. I think he's always been underutilized, but that may be more of a Fant issue than anything else. I don't know. I don't know why. Why is it? Is it a money situation? Is it a temperament situation? What's the reason for moving off of DK Metcalf when you've already extended him?
Is this a team that could use Emeka Ibuka?
Okay, fair enough. Yes, particularly if Metcalf isn't there. Oh, you talking about Pittsburgh?
Steelers. We're doing Steelers.
Yeah.
Got Pickens and Deontay. I'm not sure Deontay contract situation, but if they moving on from Deontay, definitely could add a wide receiver. I think a linebacker on the second level. I think they need a linebacker, also a safety. I think they could get a guy to go next to Minka as well.
Mm.
Fair enough.
Maybe.
That's to see Prasky. There is some concerns with the consistency of Metcalf. And as big as he is, I don't think he always plays as big as he is.
What we got? They're getting penalties, PIs, personal fouls.
All right, DK, man, be safe out there, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, I need names.
We could throw Cam Kitchens out there.
Yeah. You want to
said
throw
the Mims.
Mims, I
Linebacker
got
would be
Liggins.
Trotter.
Trotter, yeah.
All right.
Lock him
Poll
in.
is up. Yeah, I don't know what his problem is. Why is he so angry? Is it roids?
He's a tough guy, man. He's a tough guy, bro. You
Tough
know
guy?
Michael Thomas out there, bro. Tough guy, man.
Somebody told him something.
I don't understand. I don't understand, bro. Like you won. You won the genetics sweepstakes. You won that. You know what I'm saying? Like, despite the fact that you had, a checkered injury history, you've made good on your opportunity in the NFL. Yeah, Timothy Leahy. What's wrong with him, bro?
He need therapy.
Come on, man.
That ain't funny, bro.
Can I say it, bro? Can I say it?
What's that?
Say it, bro.
You running around with the Dennis Rodman hair, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. He on the worm.
That's when we knew AB lost it when he did that. That was the moment.
Gold hair, the gold mustache. When you start doing all that, bro.
Oh yeah, it was the mustache. Yep.
There's only one Dennis Rodman, bro. There's only one, bro. It can only be one.
Yeah, a bit of a case.
The pacifier, what?
Yeah. His mouthpiece. His mouthpiece.
Pacifier mouth. Yeah, I remember that.
No, let me find
and not a Michael Irvin pacifier mouthpiece, like an actual binky, bro.
I gotta Google
a legitimate binky, bro.
I gotta Google this.
It's weird, B.
You're different.
You might be onto something, Mr. C. Prasky. You might be onto something, man. You might be onto something.
A different kind of cat, bro.
Yeah, when you watch him on Sundays, it's like, all right, bro, the whistle blew. Like, next play. Next play, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, bro. I didn't even realize this.
Yeah, I seen it one time.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it right there, bro.
I mean, yeah, but it looks a lot more like a binky than, like I said, the old school pacifier mouthpiece. Cam Kitchens is the pick. This one surprises me a little bit.
Yeah,
I know they need a safety opposite Minka, but Minka is a center fielder.
Yeah, but now we can use versatility, bro. Yeah. Now we can be interchangeable. Now we can have Minka coming down in that robber position, jumping passes, and Cam Kitchens play at the top of the defense, man. We could do more with Minka now.
You don't know what's coming, Minka, bro. You don't know what's coming.
All right.
Keeps teams guessing. No tendencies. All right, the Texans, the best team in football. No, I'm just kidding. They're probably the
offensive line.
Interior defensive line.
Bro, the pick is Chop Robinson right here, bro.
Yeah, I think it probably is Chop. But
hey, man. The viewers, bro.
We could put.
Yeah, I know you got to put it in there.
You could put Leonard Taylor up there. Graham Barton.
Yeah, Graham Barton be a good fit.
Is our guy Troy still out there?
Yeah, I think Troy.
Oh, bah. You got it, Drew.
I'm not saying it.
Nobody want to say it?
No.
We don't want to touch it, man.
I got Leonard Taylor.
Yeah,
Let me
Barton.
go with Dorless too. I'm gonna go Dorless too.
Dorless. Get Dorless in there.
I like Dorless.
Interior.
Seems to be this push, and I want to talk about this a little bit. There seems to be a push for receiver in Houston, man. What you think, Evan?
I don't see it, bro. Like Tank Dell and Nico Collins, I like those two receivers for the future for these guys. I think that's a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, perfect fit. Noah Brown's coming along. Mechie, this is his first season starting. He was hurt his whole rookie year. The tight end Dalton Schultz, man. I love the receivers over there in Houston. I know it's no real big household name, so maybe that's why people are pushing for the wide receiver. But I'm trying to tell you, Nico and Tank Dell, that's going to be one of the best duos of receivers in the next upcoming seasons here in the NFL.
Yeah, I think the big problem, like you said, I think it is because there is no household name. But when you talk about trios or you talk about duos in terms of receivers, these two are going to be a household name, and then throw Mechie in there, so it might be a trio. When you talk about this team, there's no give, right? There's no okay. We covering Dell, we doubling Dell. Okay, well I got Nico and I got Mechie to throw to, and the way that CJ Stroud is looking down the field, scanning the field, finding the open guy or throwing guys open, there is no break when it comes to that, right? So, and these boys can run the football too. As soon as they get Pierce back, it's only going to get better because I think Devin Singletary last week ran for his first 100 yards ever in his career. So
I think he has back-to-back 100-yard.
Back-to-back. Back-to-back. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, Pierce might be getting the short end of that time.
I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
No, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. No,
hey, man.
No, y'all forgot. You know what the problem is, bro? He was a Gator, bro. I got it. I understand, bro. But you forgot, but you don't remember when my man comes back because he played way different. That's different out there, bro.
I just think the receiver position is so deep. I just
solid,
you got other areas of this roster that you need to prioritize. I can get with continuing to add pieces to that receiving room, but I wouldn't do it in the first round. Not in Houston. Not the way this young group of receivers has played to this point. So that would be my thought process there.
Especially when you're on the uptick, right? The boys headed in the right direction fast, right? Mm-hmm. They traded away picks to get both. I mean, arguably the two best players in the draft for some people in CJ Stroud and Will Anderson, right? And people were like, well, this is crazy. They shouldn't have done this. They've given up No, it's actually working out. It's working out perfectly for them.
Yeah, they did a great job of having the picks in order to do that. They acquired extra picks. So now we could trade up and make a power move, and that's exactly what they did. And might have got the best offensive and defensive players in last year's class.
Yep. All right, is in Chop Robinson.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Talk about explosive off the edge. Him and Will Anderson. Forget about it, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up we got the Miami Dolphins. We're just gonna draft the fastest player like we did last week. Just go ahead and line them up, bro. There it is. Pick them. No, these boys
do
need
the right thing. Offensive line.
Yeah.
Let's get the O line right.
Mims definitely.
Boy just had an injury today. Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, it was Achilles, I think.
Yeah, he looked like it ruptured.
Yeah, them boys love putting that on Twitter, don't they? Just posting it and just playing it over and over.
Yeah, might need an edge.
They gotta do something about this turf, man. They just screwing people over with this turf.
Hey man, it's cheap, bro. Ain't gotta water the grass, bro. What you mean?
You're making money hand over fist, man.
I hear you. Yeah, I would have natural grass if it's me, man.
It's ridiculous.
That's silly, bro.
How about getting a tight end in mind? I'm not saying with this pick here, but that's something that we've seen McDaniel work with George Kittle before, and that's kind of the missing piece in this offense right now. They can run the football. Other than the offensive line, that's the biggest priority. But as far as the weapons go, getting a tight end.
I think Sanders would be a perfect fit for this team, bro. Straight up. The different things you could do with him, be sneaky with him, hide him in the backfield, come out. I think they would be able to do a lot with him, bro.
Or even Jaheim Bell.
Or Jaheim Bell.
Later.
I understand what you're saying from a move tight end perspective, but I would imagine that you want somebody who's a bit more,
Like a
polished in terms
block.
of being in line. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they like over there
Wow.
in that system.
Talking about Brevin Span Ford, bro.
I don't know if he got
The
that
juice.
juice they like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a tight end in this class other than Brock Bowers that would fit that he
Yeah,
can do both.
nobody wants to see that, bro. Nope. They got enough.
Miami gonna trade up for Bowers. The Bowers keep
Nah,
falling.
chill. He not passing 10, bro.
All right, I got for a tuna, Graham Barton. I have JT and Nate Wiggins, but I'm thinking Amarius Mims is still out there, so he needs to be on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, O-line's the need.
All right, poll is up.
The poll is up.
Nate Wiggins still on the board. Kalen King, Berlin Trice, JT, Ibuka.
Xavier Worthy.
No safeties. Oh yeah, Kitchen was he's only safety off the board. Kamari Lassiter. What was he? Terry and Arnold. Forget about Arnold.
Yeah, he's coming up, bro. On the
Well, we've only had one corner go off the board here.
Yeah, Arnold right there, man.
Yeah.
All right, this is a quick one. The pick is in. Graham Barton.
Graham
Get
Barton
it. Versatility, nastiness, physical guy. Perfect fit.
Slide him in. All right. Dallas Cowboys, they don't need no corners, bro. You got your boy
Bland
out there. Is it 5 or 6?
More
sixes?
TDs this season in Kyle Pitts' career, they say.
Wow. Come on, bro. Really,
that's
bro?
what they say. That's what Twitter was telling me. X,
No, it's
X is
true.
telling me that.
It's true, though.
I don't know what y'all talking about, bro.
Gator,
it ain't Kyle Pitts' fault, bro. It ain't his fault.
Gator.
Chill.
Another Gator.
Chill. So in terms of the Cowboys, them boys need another receiver. Is Gallup not it? They signed Gallup though, right?
Yeah, but they still need another receiver.
I expect Gallup back. Brandon Cooks and Dak seem to be getting on
one
now.
now.
Yeah. Okay. But is this a Mims pick?
I think Mims needs to be on here. I think you could probably add Graham Barton as well.
When Barton get picked? Yeah, Barton just got picked.
Yeah,
Barton just got
him. You're right. You're right. Amarius Mims. Your boy, Troy.
Yeah, keep throwing Troy up there so somebody take him.
I think
wasn't a
linebacker. You got to consider corner. You have to consider corner.
Linebacker, no consideration here with what's on the board.
I get it, but I just don't see it happening in the first round.
Okay. Oh, you got
Mims, Falatuna,
and
Andrew Wiggins.
Andrews. You mean Nate?
Yeah.
Wiggins.
Yo, it's 2 players.
Let's put Terry and Arnold up as well.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Hold us up.
All right.
So y'all don't want another receiver in Dallas. That's what y'all telling me. They good.
I just think you got more pressing needs. You got more pressing needs. I don't know. Right, Tyron Smith probably done. Terrence Steele has struggled this year, so
yeah, I think O-line is the biggest need over there.
Tyler Smith. I think he could play tackle, but I don't know that you want to necessarily move him from guard where he seems to be, playing at a pretty high level early in his career. So there's that. And then the corner situation. Of course, you have Diggs and Bland, but beyond that, Stephon Gilmore isn't going to play forever. He certainly is just a 1-year guy this year. You need at least 3 of those guys. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think that's where corner comes in. It's a Dan Quinn defense, so they're always going to look for pass rushers. Obviously, you could add a pass rusher to that mix. All
They got
right. The
linebacker
pick
too.
is in. Amarius Mims.
So
Go.
Marius
Selection.
is the pick. All right. Next up, we got the San Francisco 49ers.
They could use an offensive lineman as well.
Yeah. I think
Trent
we
Williams is
went.
a stud, but they need more help.
I think we went last time. We went. Was it Donovan Jackson for these boys? I think.
Yeah, the second, I think.
It wasn't in the first round though.
The second round, I think.
It's second round. You guys right. My bad.
Yeah, offensive line. They could use a safety as well.
I just
A
lost their
corner.
safety
This is
for the year
DB. A DB.
in general.
Corner, safety, offensive line. Fautanu.
Fautanu. I think you said it right, bro.
Yeah, I seen it phonetic.
And then Chase Young's locked in front of you, right?
I got Fautanu, I got Nate Wiggins, I got Terrion Arnold, and I have Braylon Trice.
I like it.
Poll
Big
is
Braylon.
up.
Fautanu. Brock Purdy over there doing his thing. Boys had a damn near perfect game against the Bucks, bro.
Yeah,
Terrible.
Shanahan system, man. Good fit in that system.
I saw a tweet today from somebody, the former quarterback, and he had said he was explaining the difference between the Shanahan offense and the McFleur offense, and he was saying how the Shanahan offense, the quarterbacks, he doesn't have to worry about the protection, right? But what he does have to worry about is the play calling in terms of changing the play in terms of the run game. His 2 to 4 plays that he can call.
Yeah. That's where the decision making comes into play for the quarterback.
Correct.
In Shanahan's offense. Yeah.
Versus McFleur's. Is it McFleur? Am I saying that right?
LaFleur.
Where am I getting that from? LaFleur is you have to make the protection calls, and you can do kind of what you want with the running back, whether keep him in, let him go out for a pass. There's just more that has to be done within that offense from the quarterback position. So that he was saying, if you're going to have a rookie quarterback, it's better to have him in the Shanahan offense versus. I think we said that earlier too, versus McFleur.
No.
Nice. That's some help over there.
Finally off the board. Next up, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars with the 28th overall pick. And are we keeping Josh Allen?
Yeah, man.
Back. I don't see a scenario where they don't.
Bring him back.
Let's bring
Throw
him
a
out.
receiver on there.
Yeah. Does Calvin Ridley come back? The gambler that is Calvin Ridley. Is your boy Christian Kirk, has he busted great this year?
You know, he do his thing. Slot receiver. Trevor Lawrence seems to like him. He might be their most productive receiver. Now that I'm thinking about it. Like week in and week out. Really disappears sometimes.
Right. Yeah, he'd be dropping passes too. But
I think they could use some beef up front on the defensive side of the football. I do like their linebackers, Josh Allen, Devin Lloyd, Fourier, Trayvon Walker. But that front, the five tech, nose tackle, I think they can improve upon that. And then corner is something that we've been wanting in Jacksonville for a while.
In the worst way, this might be the Nate Wiggins pick, or Terrion Arnold.
What are the options?
You do Arnold, Wiggins.
Mm-hmm.
We could throw who's the best 5 tech?
Mm,
Dorless.
I forgot about Dorless. Yeah.
Let's throw Dorless up there.
And then
And
you
then
said
maybe a wide receiver. Adonai.
Adonai. Yeah, I think that would be the selection here.
All right, pulls up.
Make the pick.
No time wasted here. Nate Wiggins.
Nate Wiggins.
Wiggins is the pick. The slide has stopped. All right, we already know it's put every
Offensive
receiver on the
tackle.
board.
Receiver and tackle. Two
Bro.
receivers, two offensive tackles, bro.
Y'all saw Donovan Smith out there?
Well, he doing good?
Nah, bro. Yeah, they're struggling, bro. You get away with some holds, though. You know, you go to the Chiefs, you get away with some stuff, you know.
Yeah. You put like a Buka up there.
Buka, Xavier Worthy,
Buka, Worthy.
Adonai Mitchell.
A tackle, too.
And tackles,
Need help,
we got
man. Patrick Paul.
Patrick Paul would be a good fit for them boys. I like a Tyler Guyton.
Paul and Guyton.
All right, pulls up.
The pole.
Mitchell Franklin, Paul, and Guyton.
Who do you got? Pick is in.
What we got?
Adonai Mitchell.
Adonai. Let's get it.
All right. We got the Detroit Lions with the 30th pick overall.
I think Detroit kind of like in a position to get best player available.
Yeah.
They got to go defense, bro.
Defense.
They have to go defense.
You got Braylon Trice, you got JT, you got Kalen King.
Yeah, throw all defenders up there.
I don't know what their middle look like. Leonard Taylor. Let's probably need a guy at every level of the defense.
If you need a corner, there's something on the 1-year deal.
King, Arnold, JT, and Dorless.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Poll is up. Three-way tie currently between Kalen King, JT, and Brandon Dorless.
We're locked in.
Need a fourth to break the tie.
Break the tie, man.
Yeah, this Detroit team, it's a young offense, a lot of good pieces in place. There's talent on the defensive side of the ball, but they don't have an 11. They're not necessarily 15, 16 deep on that defense, right? You can if you're able to mitigate the pass rush of Hutchinson, you can hang some points up on this Lions team. You really can. They have more work to do in that secondary in particular. And they certainly need to be more consistent. They need to be more consistent opposite Hutchinson as well.
Yeah, Jordan Love had a big game against him on Thanksgiving.
Lighting them boys up like a Christmas
Christian
tree.
Watson getting behind the defense. Had his best game of the season.
Boys doing work.
Yeah, it's corner. Corner might be it. What corner you got up there? Kalen King?
Kalen King.
And Terry and Arnold.
And Arnold?
Arnold don't get no love, though. I like for this to be the Dorless pick, bro.
They could use him too.
Let's see. Can put him next to. Well, you can do whatever you want, actually.
Yeah, you do whatever you want with him.
Whatever you want.
Legos.
You want. Legos, bro. Yeah, man. Gonna make it, bro? You good?
Yeah, man. Kids, bro.
Get you sick, man. Come on.
Yeah, man.
Kids, bro.
Gotta share their germs. That's how they let you know they love you, bro. The pick is in.
JT.
Ooh, I like that.
To
To a
lock it
mother.
up. All right. Next up, 31st pick overall, we have the Baltimore Ravens.
Use an edge.
We need an edge. I think Terrion Arnold would be a good fit for these boys.
Corner.
The corner position.
Same about wide
Receiver.
receiver.
I like Brian Thomas for these boys, but I don't think he goes here at 30, 31. But you can throw him in there. Even a Troy Franklin if you wanted to. Because
You don't like Abuka? You don't think Abuka has kind of the size that they need at the receiver position?
I think Abuka's I think Abuka's a little too small, bro.
But they do need a slot though. Slot is what they do need.
The one man Thomas in that slot, B.
Big slot.
Yeah, bro. We're just trying to give you boys some targets, so a bigger target, man. But you can throw Abuka in there, bro.
That's all right, man. I only got 4 spots.
Come on, bro.
Got Terry Arnold, Kalen King, Brian Thomas, and Braylon Trice. Any changes? No?
What was the 2 receivers you said? You said Troy Franklin and Brian Thomas?
No. Brian Thomas is the only receiver I put on.
You got an edge in there?
Braylon Trice.
Oh, yeah, you
go.
said Braylon Trice. That's what it was.
All right,
okay.
good.
You're
good,
all right, bowl is up.
You saying Lamar? What's Lamar saying this season, man?
Hey, man.
Is that offense working out for him? Who's the new OC over there? I forgot.
Odd Monkey.
For Georgia.
Came from Georgia. Yeah.
Three-way tie between Arnold, Kalen King, and Braylon Trice currently.
Choices, man. Choices. What you saying?
Terry and Arnold.
Got him in the first round.
Hey, man. Two Bama corners.
Yeah.
Over Kalen King, who came in highly recommended this year. 32nd pick overall, we have the Philadelphia Eagles.
They just released Derek Barnett.
Oof.
Throw a Braylon Trice in there.
Cause he ain't getting no run, huh?
Sweating Reddick. Those are guys over there.
Those are the guys. So Braylon Trice. Do they really need a receiver, bro?
Abuka.
Let's do it. Shit, you can throw Worthy in that bed.
A corner, maybe.
Yeah, let's see. Kalen King.
Kalen King play slot.
Is that 4?
I got Trice, Abuka, Lassiter, and Kalen King.
Lassiter, yep.
Poll is up. Last pick of this viewer-controlled mock draft, first of the 2024 cycle. We'll definitely do this again in the new year. Go 2 rounds deep. See what we
King
got.
stays in state.
Stays in state.
Pennsylvania.
All right. Kalen King is the pick.
There It is.
That'll do it.
Kalen King. Let me lock it up. It's locked in.
32 picks. Viewer control, man. Thank y'all, man. Voting, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys hanging out with us, man. We're not gonna do a big summary here. We're not gonna be a big summary. You guys here, we're here throughout the balance of this draft. You make a selection. So as I mentioned, we're gonna run this viewer control mock draft back in the new year. We'll do a two round variety. Obviously, things will come into more focus, so we'll be able to get another round in here as well. For Hadley, Drew, this is Juice. We will see you guys next week.